Gifted, what's good with you?
What's happening, Gifted?
Oh, feeling good, man. Big shout out to y'all, man. Y'all had a hell of a weekend. Mars actually flew out. That was dope. Big shout out to y'all, man. I mean, you know, still making content in the peak of the off season is difficult. So big shout out to y'all for sure.
Thanks, brother. 100%. It was dope.
Yep.
Yeah, man, fellas, how you feeling after your long flights and weekend full of extravaganzas and whatnot?
It was dope. I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll today. Let's do it. I'm definitely ready to rock and roll today. Let's do it.
It's not an off day for you, chill. You know when you play like 3 straight games and then you low manage that
ain't no off days. Ain't no off days.
Load manage? Oh nah, never that.
You can sleep when you're dead. That's when you sleep.
So I've heard that.
So
Dub, Mars.
Mars, you want to go first?
Can't hear you, Mars. Can't hear you, Mars.
I don't hear you, bro.
We don't hear you. Yeah, no, we can't hear you.
Hell, Mars.
It was a fun time. It was a good weekend, bro. We had a lot of laughs. Chill Town, you remember what happened in that last night?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So for the people that don't know, I'm trying to get some sleep, but I'm hanging around a bunch of kids in Dub who comes into my room in the middle of the night with the camera just flashing on. I'm like, and just wakes me up out of a dead sleep. Just straight wakes me up out of a dead sleep and doesn't say anything either. He just got the camera on. Doesn't say nothing. Just wakes me up out of a dead sleep. This what I got to put up with. I don't know what you got to deal with at your job, but that's what I got to put up with. So
what happened was it was me, J-Rob, and Ron, and Bama, and we went to go see the fight, which was wild, crazy fight. After that, J-Rob rips Bob's shirt because Ron, you want to tell him that story too? Because Bob, I don't know what happened, but J-Rob said something to get Bob mad. Bob said, J-Rob, I'll make you come sit in the backseat right now, bro. You just keep playing with me. J was like, all right, let's do it. So they stop at the red light. As we stopped at the red light, they both get out the car.
Right quick though, the reason why Bob is sitting behind J-Rob is because basically J-Rob punked him out of the front seat.
Oh wow.
He made Bob get in the back.
No doubt.
So then they got him. So then Bob had to get him back. So that's what happened. So Bob had to get him back and wrestle him, and he almost threw him in the back seat, but he closed the door before he could do it. So then Bob said, all right, bet I'm gonna just push you outside, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this seat. But by that time, J-Rob already ripped his shirt. We go into Mars' room, and we start messing with Mars.
Before you move on, bro, I was in the front seat.
What you mean you was in the front seat?
I mean, I put him in the back seat and got in the front seat.
So get
tell the story correct.
If we're gonna tell it,
you didn't have to bring that part up, but I was in the front seat. Now we can move on.
Yo, these two basically wrestling in the middle of the intersection. It's a red light. I pull up to the red light. J-Rob get out the car, like, get out, Bob. Bob like, all right, J-Rob, you asked for this, so this is what you gonna get. Bob get out. They start wrestling, and J-Rob try to break out of Bob's hold and run back to the front seat. Bob grabs J-Rob, throws him the other direction, and they still wrestling. J-Rob but as J-Rob tries to run and get in the front seat, Bob kicks the door closed so he can't get in there. So it's like, it's no way you get in the front seat. It's not happening. The only place you could go is the back seat. So they do it there. Bob eventually just flings J-Rob out the way and then just runs and gets in the front seat, and then J-Rob got to get in the back seat.
Bro,
funny shit.
That was hilarious. And then when we get to the crib, I'm like, yo, we gotta mess with Mars. We just have to. So we go in the Mars room. This man knocked out. So we're knocked out, right? Me and Bama pull up, then Bob pull up a little after. We're just messing with him. Then Ron comes in, whoosh, open the door, turns the light on.
Mars Blackman, what up?
And then I don't know why Ron loses it. He just starts crying because Mars was he had the blanket on with, and you know when you have the blanket on and your feet and your toes is out. Mars was lined up like that, and Ron loses it, bro.
Mars Blackman.
Yo, I just never seen somebody so comfortable and content in their bed. He looked like he was just because it was all white bed, all white sheets, all of that, and all you could just see is Mars' little head, and then you just see his feet. And it's just like he's laying on a cloud. He looks.
Oh
so
no, he was cozy, huh?
it was just. It was remarkable, Mars.
Hilarious.
Shout out to
Yo,
Bama for having my back too, by the way. Shout out for Bama for shutting that down when they came into my room.
Bama
Chill
mad,
Town.
bro.
I told Doug from the jump, bro. Don't go in Chill Town room, bro.
Shout out for Bama for having my back. He straight ran them dudes right off. Man, get out of Unc room.
He was being annoying with that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He was being annoyed, or you were being annoyed, Deb?
He was. We
Shout out to Bama
outside. We gotta have fun, man.
That's crazy, Doug.
I would expect y'all.
You're a menace, bro.
If I'm the first one, if y'all the first, that's like a hidden rule. Like if y'all the first ones to sleep, y'all the first ones to get messed with. Like I don't know what.
In high school.
Happens.
In high school, that's what that happens. In high school.
Nah, bro. Nah, that's still a good rule.
That was a great weekend, bro. That was a lot of fun.
And since we're on the subject of fight, Ticket, you drop any cash on that fight?
You said, did I do what?
Did you drop any cash on that fight?
Nah, I'm glad I didn't, man. I was rolling with Earl, but I'm glad I didn't. I really didn't have time to. I've been busy, man. So that's all.
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, I don't know if you saw it, Ticket, but the ref, he did what Rocky Balboa should have did to Apollo Creed when Drago got in the ring with him. That ref did that for suspense. Yeah, he definitely did that for suspense.
He definitely got beat up, man. I mean, I was surprised the way he got beat like that. And like I said, man, I'm actually glad that I was actually caught up doing something because I probably would have put some money on it and would have lost. So I'm actually happy I was busy. I wish I could have made out there with you guys. I know everybody trying to get on me, but y'all got to understand, man, we grown men. People got different business.
No, we got other stuff going on.
Everybody can't always make it when somebody else can make it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand that it ain't about me ducking Bob or ducking nobody else. I love these brothers. I love coming on here doing this show. But when I got personal stuff going on in my life that I have to take care of, that I'm responsible for, I can't just leave that. You know what I'm saying? And just do something completely else. And I'm glad I didn't leave because I'll tell you guys behind the scenes, but I'll tell y'all later.
No problem.
We missed you out there, Tiki. I'm not gonna lie. We kept talking about it.
I seen the video. I seen the video. And listen, I seen all the people talking about, oh, Tiki, you ducking Bob. Listen, man, Bob got to make 5 layups for y'all can say I ducked him. We got to make 5 layups in a row.
Hey, Biggs, hold on. Hey, Big Ox, hold on, Big Ox. I'm gonna let you know something right now, Ticket. Bob will bust your ass. That's all I'm gonna say, Ticket. Bob will bust your ass. That's all I'm gonna say, Ticket. Bob will bust your ass.
Tell him to drop the tape, man.
Okay.
Tell PC to drop that full tape.
Bob got game.
Y'all got to defend that.
Don't you say it, Phil. Don't you say it. Tell Ron and PC and them, don't edit that tape. Drop that full tape when that man was missing all them layups against them bitches out there, man. Come on, bro.
But he wasn't trying.
Y'all want me to let go of the money to come out and waste my time with the dude that can't make layups against bitches. Come on, man.
You missing what, Ticket? He was
mad
layups.
I seen the football dude strong arming Bob. Come on, man.
That's what you saying. Hey, but on the real,
Bob big and strong. Bob is big and strong. I thought Bob was gonna bow the dude, throw him on the ground, and then just dunk on him.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Nah, but on the real,
but hold on, no. But Bob, you'll play against me like that though. See, that's the part I don't like.
I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm not talking about that. That shit is irrelevant to me, bro.
No, I'm saying you play against me like that.
All I'm saying is this. This ain't basketball related. All I'm saying is that the people didn't come to PC Weekend to see me, brother. And I understand that you had shit going on. We just wish you would have been there, bro. We just wish you would have been there. That would have been great. That would have been great.
That is a lie, Bob. They definitely came to see not only me but you. They because listen.
They want to see us. So that's all I was saying. It was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful time. It's not about no one-on-one between me and you. It's about
it's about a one-on-one. No. It's about a one-on-one.
Well, hold on. I'll get there, Tiki. I'll get there.
But see, that's my hold on. It's about
a brothership, and it's about
It would have been dope to
camaraderie.
see you.
It
was
would have been real dope. It would have been real dope. But I will say this. You folks in the chat, in the comment, the viewers, y'all don't get fooled by 2-second clips and whatnot. Y'all don't do that.
Hold on. That's why I told Ron drop the whole tape.
Because some of us was there and some of us wasn't. The ones that was there know, and the ones that wasn't don't. That's
what Bob. That's why I told him to drop the whole tape. That's why I said.
Fuck the tape. Fuck the tape. We don't need no tape. We don't need no tape. When I see you and you see me, we'll live stream it. We'll get busy.
That's my photo.
We'll get busy.
That's my photo.
You'll stop recklessly flapping.
Hold on, Bob. That's my one problem with you though.
Y'all don't let these smut peddlers lie to you.
Why would you go? Hey Bob, let me ask you a question.
Don't let these smut peddlers
lie. Why would you go?
Hey
Bob, I just want to ask you a question though. Why would you be willing to go that hard at me? But you won't even. You don't know how hard I'm gonna go at you. You don't know how hard I need to go at you. Oh, I know how. Oh, you gonna have to go. You better top the light. Hey, look, you keep making videos about me. You gonna have to pay for it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Hey, guess what? Paid in full, baby. Believe that. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna have to pay for it. Hey, everybody know who was there and who wasn't. I know. Nice to meet you, Chitchat. Finally in the flesh. Nice to meet you, Mars. Mars is such a good kid. Good, young, nice young fella. You know what I'm saying? Nice young fella. Wasn't nobody ducking ticket. That's all I know. Hey, look, that's cool. Hey, guess what? TMZ ticket don't put no fear. Nobody hard, bro. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Ain't nothing soft about me, but hey, I would have loved. Hey, look, I'm tired of your voice. It's niggas in real life that know about that. I don't have to prove that to a nigga that missed 6 layups in a row. Period. Make 4 layups in a row, then we can talk. Make 4 layups in a row, then we can talk. Hey, you better come out with your hands up. Hey, Ron. I dare you. Hey, Ron. Since he's doing all this talking, Ron, I dare you to drop that full tape. I'm doing all this talking. This all started with you. I didn't say a word. No, it started with you. This started with you. From the day you came on PC, you came at me. Go back and look it up. This started with you, boy. I never started with you. You came at me. I keep making videos about me ticking. We're gonna get it. No. You started with me. And see, look, I'm gonna have to give everybody a little history lesson of when you first came on. Y'all know. When you first came on PC, you came at me. This shit is bigger than me. So don't play the victim role. Don't play the victim role. I don't need to be in the spotlight, y'all. Don't play the victim role. You know what I'm saying? Don't play the victim role.
Big Ox, what I do know, Big Ox, I ain't know that long ball was like that. I did not know that. I knew you could rock. I want to be clear. I knew you could play. You talking about the bricks I seen? I ain't know that long ball was like that. You talking about the bricks I seen, Chitchat? I did not know that. Chitchat, get off the stack, Chitchat. I seen bricks. I did not know that. I did not know you could shoot the long ball like that. Hey, Chitchat, I seen a nigga that shoot like Lonzo Ball. I seen bricks. I can tell you what I saw. I can tell you what I saw. I know hella cap. Hey, we ain't seen nothing because you wasn't there. I know hella cap. Hey, listen. Maybe next time, bro. Hey, look, make 5 layups in a row against that midget. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so look, I'm not trying to even do all this, but you keep doing it. What I'm saying is, yo, if you a boss, you started all this. Boss up. You started all this. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. For real, you started all this. But this is my only question: why you ain't keep that same energy when that football nigga was strong on you in the post? You couldn't score. Keep bossing up. Ask J Rob. That's my dude. With all the respect, but ask J Rob. He knows. With all the respect, to my brother J Rob. Hey Ron. Ron. You got it. You play that tape, Ron. Don't edit that tape.
Ticket. You know. Here's the thing, Ticket. You know, Ox my man. So I don't know if I could really put out that full tape, Ticket. I don't know if I want to do that. Hey, like I said though, J Rob, that's my brother. That's my dude. I love J Rob, but
why you gonna take it easy on him then, Bob?
Look, you see, that's the problem. See, that's why I was talking about you, Ticket. That's why I be calling you TMZ Ticket, because you see one little thing and run with it.
No, I asked you.
Get your facts right, bro.
I was watching when y'all was on live. I was watching on
live, bro. That's what I'm saying. Stop lying, bro.
I was watching on IG. No, I'm talking about when they went live on IG. I was watching.
Stop lying, bro. I'm
not lying. I'm dead ass serious. It's on IG when they was live streaming it.
All right, bro.
Bottom line is, I'll torch you, bro. Whenever you can ask somebody, look over your business for 2 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to do. You know what I mean? We'll see about it. Keep talking, bro. You talking? I don't care. I'm not no internet nigga.
Hey, Ron,
you
keep
doing that shit.
But hold up.
The way he's talking, Ron, we're gonna.
I don't know nothing about what you're talking about, bro.
The way he's talking, we're gonna put some money on this.
You stay behind that screen.
Hey, Ron.
We already been.
Hey, so Ron, let's get this straight, Ron. When is the next PC? Ron, when is the next PC weekend? When is the next PC weekend, Ron?
It's a couple rumors out there. What'd you say?
Hold on, Bob. When is the next PC weekend, Ron?
I ain't holding on.
Hold on 1 second, Bob. Hold on 1 second, Bob.
You can stay behind that screen where it's safe, bro. You stay behind that screen where it's safe, bro. You stay where it's safe behind that screen, bro. I'm outside.
Hey, I see your man. Hey, look. Hey, Bob.
Where are you?
Your man don't want to put out that tape.
Ticket, where are you? I bet you won't
Like
get on that jet.
Hold on. You really want to know where I'm at?
I bet you won't get on that plane either.
Hold on. You really want to know where I'm at?
Talk about he won't put out the tape. You won't get on the plane?
Man, get out of here. Put the money up, nigga.
I will.
Put your money up, nigga. How much money you got? Let's put 5 racks up on the game. Let's put 5 racks on the game.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying, bro. Ain't nobody scared of big bad
let's put 5 racks on the game, dog. Let's put 5 racks on the game.
You goofy?
Hey, look. And Bob, I just don't be talking, nigga. I be on some big boss, Ricky Ross type shit for real, nigga. Nigga, this is my backyard, you bitch ass nigga.
I'm pretty.
You broke ass nigga. Put your money up, broke nigga. This is my backyard, nigga. Put your money up, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, stay in your backyard where it's safe, nigga. I'm outside. You backyard nigga.
We on some big boss type shit, nigga.
You stay in your backyard where you safe.
I don't stay in my backyard, nigga. I don't stay in my backyard, nigga. I get money, nigga. Like I said, you miss layups against
you're the only one getting money ticket. I'm proud.
You miss layups against midgets, nigga. I get money.
Hey, man, let's move on, Ron. This nigga don't want it with me.
I dare Ron to drop the tape.
I dare you to pull up.
I dare Ron to drop. Make 5.
I dare you to see me.
Make 5 layups and I'll pull up.
Hey, look. Hold on.
It's
It's funny though, because he's talking all that shit. What he gonna do to Mars? Hey, Mars pulled up. We picked Mars up from the airport.
Man, that's cool. Man, listen, bro. Mars is a midget. You a man.
I'm a big
Put your money up.
I'll stitch your
Put your money up. Man, nigga, you ain't never hawk nobody down. Nigga, you couldn't hawk that midget that was guard you in the post, man. Whatever, man.
Sit you down.
We don't even get up. We don't get up for little niggas like you.
Let's talk about some hoop, bro, because I'll really sit you down, nigga.
Man, we don't get up for niggas like you till you prove
I do want to see. I do want to see.
Who is we?
Hold up real quick. What's up,
Ron? If I be honest, the man is trash, nigga. If I be honest, the man is trash. That nigga straight Phil Cartwright, nigga.
I want to say, y'all keep talking.
That nigga trash, dog.
Y'all keep talking about. Y'all keep talking about this one-on-one.
This had nothing to do with us. This shit is bigger than us. You
nigga trash, nigga.
Bro.
Oh my god,
nigga, bro. This shit way bigger than you.
Dub, talk to us. What's up?
Nah, they keep talking about that one-on-one, but who really? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, who's gonna beat Ron? Oh wait.
No. Go ahead.
Nah, who's gonna be beating Ron one-on-one? Because I'm not, other than Shaq and Dale, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think any of y'all messing with Ron, bro.
Why? Because that nigga came out shooting a couple shots in flip flops. Why you didn't have his?
Is Ron the best hooper?
Where was his sneakers at?
Up here.
I've only seen him shoot.
Where was your sneakers at, Ron?
And that boy sure can't shoot though.
Where was your sneakers at? And then you ducked the 7-up when shot behind low. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Low key.
That's why you always protecting ticket, because both of y'all be ducking phase.
Hey, check this out. You right up the street from me.
Hey Ron, you can't duck those scrub ass niggas. Hey Ron, any scrub ass nigga on the street can say you ducking. Like I said, show me a video where that nigga made 5 straight layups and I'll show up.
Oh man.
Play the full tape. Hey Ron, play the full tape. I don't want to say nothing else. Play the full tape. And you tell me why I should waste my time with this bum. Period.
Bob, you want me to play the full tape or not?
That shit is irrelevant to me. See, the difference between me and internet niggas is that I get on this shit unedited.
Ain't no internet, nigga. I've been around the world. That's shit documented, nigga. That shit documented, nigga. I've been around the world. That shit documented, nigga.
I don't need to edit nothing, nigga. Because I'm a man.
That shit documented, nigga. I've been around the world. Ain't no internet, nigga. I've been all over, nigga. I've been all over, nigga. And I know the pitch in Seattle will make their knees rattle, nigga. And the only reason why I would have pulled, the only real reason why I would have pulled up the PC weekend is to see the lovely co-host of Fluent and Chill, Miss Haley out there on dubs. Believe that. That's the only reason why I ticket to pull up. So say hello.
Tubby ass nigga, man.
Hey, bro.
Like I said, Ron. Like I said, Ron. No, this like I said, Ron. I'm a man. I'm a man of the people.
I'm gonna take like they told Kurt Angle. You suck.
I don't need to nothing. You feel me? Y'all tell
Ron, play the full tape, Ron.
I did notice that. I did notice Mars was able to make a layup. We had to go through a little tutelage to get the footwork right.
But Bob couldn't. Mars can make a layup, but Bob couldn't.
We got the footwork right, Mars. Once we got the footwork right, and we didn't have to do it a bunch of different times, Mars. It was one take. That was it.
I seen Doug cooking Chilltown. I seen Doug cooking, boy. I seen Doug cooking.
Mars all right, y'all. Hey, don't let Mars fool you. Mars got a little game for
Hold on, rewind. You seen Dub cooking who?
I seen Dub taking that nigga to the rack, getting buckets on the other football nigga that
that was yeah.
Dub lost that game.
I got all the video. Nigga.
Dub lost that game.
That was
Mars, shut your fucking mouth.
My fault. Yeah.
Mars came out to hate so fast.
Shut up.
That was a great game too. I dubbed that. I knew he was. I knew Dub was gonna get back in the game. I did.
I'm not gonna lie, Bama needed that win, bro. So I'm fine with him winning that game.
No, you let me down, man. I had you winning that game.
That was a good game.
I gotta get back. I gotta get back in shape, man. It was bad. It was bad for me, bro. I was breathing out my mouth and everything, bro. It was bad,
man, that's
bro.
bad.
Hey, Dub, that was low-key a Rocky story.
Huh?
You going down? What you go down? It was like 9-1.
No, it wasn't down. It was
like
9-5. It was like 9-5, I think. And then Dub
it was 9-3 for a second. He hit the three, took it to the rack a couple times. That was a good game.
Hey, Lil Zay, that's your name, Lil Zay. Is that your name, Lil Zay? With a name like Lil Zay, you ain't drop kicking or drop stepping nobody. Shut your little ass up. Okay, that's what you doing. You gonna shut up, little man. You ain't drop stepping nobody. But anyway, as you were saying, Ron,
I was about to talk about you, Chill. The whole time Dub making his comeback, Chilltown sounding like your trainer in the corner.
The hype man.
He kept saying, Dub from Jersey, it's not over. It's not over.
Hype man. He just cracked. He ain't broken.
You better start hooping. It's not over.
He ain't cracked. He just broken. He ain't broken. He just cracked.
That's what
it's a difference.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
It's a difference. He ain't broke. He just cracked.
Yeah, I'm giving up the bottle.
Back in it.
The whole time he like, come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Yeah, he was pep talking. He was pep talking Bam. He was like, Bam, you better stop playing. Like, you better stop playing because once Dub get on a run.
Hey, Dub, at least we know one thing about Bama though. He don't just talk that shit on the internet. He pull up.
He will pull up.
Your coochie hurt, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? He pull up, nigga. That's what real niggas do.
Nigga, Floyd Mayweather pull up when the money.
Hey, real niggas do.
Floyd Mayweather now. Real tough, nigga. Like I said, when we see bombs on the court, we don't even want to play. When we see bombs like you on the court, we don't even want to play. Like I said, you can't even score a layup against a football dude, bro. I seen you, bro. You trash, bro. Real talk, you trash. Let Chilltown come out for you. I promise everybody listening to this video, y'all can believe, y'all hate me. All y'all listening to this video, y'all hate me.
Nobody hates
I promise y'all one thing. Ron will not drop that full video. I promise y'all that.
Hey, Ron.
Drop the full video, Ron.
You want to talk about a new bromance that got formed during PC weekend?
Oh man, no.
We gotta talk about it.
He's trying to bail that man out, change the subject. Tell him I said drop the tape, man.
Nah,
tell me why I can waste my time.
Drop the tape.
Go out there and make a mockery of this man, bro. Hey, Doug. And when I embarrass his ass, Doug, I don't want to hear nothing else from nobody else ever again.
I need to see this 101.
I don't want to hear that, man.
Almost a year.
What dude, garbage, man. Like I said, man ain't got no coordination. He got 2 left feet. He was turning the ball over, and the nigga ain't even want to guard him. He turned the ball over by himself. Come on, bro.
You're right.
He got the slingshot Jay like Bill Cartwright. I seen it.
You better close out. You better close out too. That's all I know.
Slingshot, jump shot. That shit go in though.
That's funny as hell.
Man, play the tape then, OG.
That shot is like confusing for me, but
I told you, Dub, I told you, I grew up trying to be Kevin Garnett.
I don't understand that.
Unfold.
Ticket saw like 4 clips, and he's asking for the tape when we watched it. Like,
no, I'm telling you. Hold on.
I know it's cool.
I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on. This is what y'all don't know.
This shit way bigger than my jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody live streamed the whole thing on IG when y'all was on the court.
You were right.
I'm dead ass serious. Hold on, Ron. I'm dead ass serious.
You smut peddler.
They live stream. Matter of fact, I think Ron knows the Players Choice channel was live streaming some of the stuff on IG. As far as Instagram, they was live streaming from Instagram while y'all was playing. Am I lying, Ron? Am I lying, Ron?
Take it with JD.
Somebody was behind the camera.
Thank you. So nigga, how you gonna tell me, nigga? Nigga sent me the video. I was watching live when y'all was out there, nigga.
And I'm saying,
Mars, like usual, Mars. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. That was 2 different days, but he got it though. He got it. Big.
So Mars,
you got it.
So Mars, do I now have the mid-range merchant title now?
Oh yeah. Chose the mid-range merchant. I'm not gonna call him DeMar DeRozan.
You can't say that boy, Chill. That boy trash, Chill. You can't save him. Man. You can't save Bill Cartwright, Chill. You cannot say you and Doug can change the topic as much as y'all want. When I see that nigga make 5 layups in a row, I'll get on a flight. I see every time I see this nigga going for a layup, he missed. Get out of here, man.
You bubble boy.
Get out of here, man. Ain't nobody worried about that dude. Man, nigga straight garbage, man. Period, bro. Hey, like I said, hey, Bob. Hey, Bob, get your money together. You put that 5 G's up. We'll both give it to Ron. I'll go out there, beat your ass, take all the bread. We'll go get something to eat. You give me a couple of them chicks y'all got out there, and then I'll fly home.
So when you want to do that, bro? 5
Nigga,
minutes?
when you got the bread, nigga? When you got the 5 G's, nigga?
That's supposed to be a lot of money ticket?
Well, I'm asking you, nigga. We can go 10. Hold on. I tried to lure for you because you the one said you ain't had $3.
This shit not happening, bro. This shit not happening.
Yo, Gifty.
Hey, Gifty. Hold on.
I feel bad for Gifty because he don't know what's going on.
Gifty do know what's going on. Gifty know what's going on. Hey, Doug, Gifty know what's going on. Gifty
couldn't make the weekend talk about 10 bands. Let's go 10. How about you show up to an event that's free? How about that? How about
Damn.
Sheldon Williams. Hey, Sheldon Williams. I don't talk broke talk. I don't talk broke talk, nigga. I don't talk broke talk, Sheldon Williams. I don't talk broke talk, nigga. I don't waste my time. Hey, I don't waste my time for bombs, Sheldon Williams. You understand what I'm saying? Over here looking like Stephen A. Smith.
You have to be with a big thing like last time, right?
Shut your ass up, man. Shut your ass up, boy. Shut your ass up, boy.
Cat
Shut your ass. Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? Guess what?
10 bands,
hey, so guess what?
30 bands.
Hold on. Guess what? Guess what?
You're not gonna put the money down, bro. Hold on, next time, Ron. Next
question, Gifty. Cook him.
Let me ask you a question, Gifty.
You just mad because you
couldn't show up. How I make $1 million playing pro basketball? How I make $1 million? Last thing about
flight from London all the way to pull up.
Shut your ass up, you cock ass bastard. Shut your ass up, nigga.
Cab, a taxi, or
Uber. Shut your ass up, nigga. Cock ass bandit. Shut your ass up, man.
You still got no camera.
Hey, Chill Town. You know the Chill Town. You know the real Chill Town. Stop for these boys, man.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know about all that.
Let's move on, man. This shit.
Yo, I would like to hear the only person who traveled. Well, it was 2 people that traveled.
Hey, Ron. He got shitty Shane with those job who wasn't even out there talking shit, man. Shut your ass down, nigga.
I'm not moved.
You've been trying to sit the whole time, but you weren't there.
No, he's talking. Hold on, Mars.
Hey, where my man low at?
This my problem.
Where my man low at, man?
This my problem with y'all. You ain't even in it, Mars. You ain't even in it. He's talking,
bro. I'm not moved by you.
Dude ain't in it. He's talking. What is he talking for?
Go to an event next time.
Go ahead and put the bottle in your mouth like we know you want to.
9-hour flight from London.
Put the bottle in your mouth like we know you want to, Dwight Howard. Put the bottle in your mouth like we know you want to.
Oh, my bad. 11 hours.
Yeah, put the bottle in your mouth like we know you want to, Dwight. Go ahead, Dwight.
That shit not moving me, bro. I don't see your face. I'm not moved, bro. You got bad skin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ron, can we talk about the new bromance?
That's fucked up, yo.
Definitely want to talk about the new bromance, but hold up right quick though, because I want to hear.
Where my man low at, man?
I want to hear International Mars's take on America in Seattle. How you feeling, Mars? Can we get some ratings? Can we get some what you liked about it, what you disliked?
Didn't like how long it took me to get there and get back. I got back here about 10 minutes before the show. So I'm here operating on no sleep right now, but it's fine. The food is trash. Don't think I had one meal that I enjoyed. I had a burrito. I was told burritos were good. wasn't very good.
Yo,
Had
Mars,
ta-
that's
Had tacos. The tacos weren't very good.
Mars, I didn't get to take you to the spot I was talking about though, Mars. You give us another chance when you come back.
Maybe, but on my last day, I just refused to eat because I gave up on Seattle food. So, but the vibes were good. I enjoyed seeing everyone recording videos. Everyone's asking, "Oh, where's the footage?" I mean, I don't know if you guys know how this works, but when you record something, it has to get edited and then it can get posted. It don't just come out the same day. So just wait and you'll get all the footage. We recorded about 7,000 videos, so you'll get all the content. That was fun. I heard Dub made a new friend. I don't know if he's going to talk about his new friend. Dub, Dub. Apparently, you made a new friend. Some person called Timothy.
Yo, Mars, why would you do that?
No.
Hey,
I didn't want to tell this. I did.
Yeah, I just heard Dub.
No.
Yeah, Dub made a new friend.
So listen, we go out.
Wow.
We go out, right? And I didn't realize like how big like the LGBT community was out in Seattle. I didn't know. So we went to the club. This was this was 2 nights ago, right? So I'm over here. Ron and Bob took me out to a spot with J-Rob and Bama and them. So I'm making some runs, walking around, trying to see. And I see somebody, got a nice outfit on.
Nice outfit.
Got a nice outfit on. You really?
He liked what he saw.
I was appealed.
Nice
I was appealed.
No, we can concede right now.
No. That's fine. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with this story. It's cool.
Nice
So I was
I
was sitting here and the door's open, and I was gonna say this regardless. Like, there's no reason for me to hide this. So I'm over here talking. We've been talking for a minute, and then I'm like, yo, I didn't get your name. Like, what's your name? He's like, oh, Tim. I'm like, oh. I said, cool. Well, like, what's that short for? Because I'm assuming it's short for something. Timothy. When I say I froze for a second, like I just stopped, and I was like, huh. Thought about it. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, you said Tim, right? Yeah. I said short for Timothy. Yeah. I was like, cool. I turned around, just walked away. Bro. And I was sitting here like, no way. That never happened to me before in my life. And it ruined my night. Bro. I just wanted to go home after that. I got on that scooter. They got these. I rode these scooters around the whole town. It was so fun. I literally right after that, I get on the scooter.
Those scooters are fire though.
They're fire. So I took that scooter. I went straight home, bro. I'm like, I'm not doing this, bro. Let me get some sleep.
See, I know you're not from Seattle, so you don't know the distance that you scootered. Dub got on the scooter probably like 5 miles away. Like 3-4 miles.
Yo, now that I think about it, Dub, you did leave without us.
Yep.
Did you leave with Timothy? Did you leave with Timothy?
I ain't leave with Timothy.
Yo,
Dub, are those scooters big enough for 2?
No, it's not.
Just asking for it, just in case I might need to, maneuver.
No, it's not. The club. It's not. But I was done. Yo, those street hot dogs, I'm not gonna lie, that was fire. That was fire, bro.
Whoever Glizzy breaks, but nah.
Bro.
What about Timothy's hot dog?
Yo, Mars, what the fuck?
Oh wow!
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. See, this is why I say, Bob, you said Mars is a nice dude. He's not. He's not a nice dude.
I was over there saying he's a good kid.
He's not a good kid. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Everything Mars said about himself. Hey, don't let the accent fool you. Don't let the little hoodie and all of that and the nice demeanor. No, Mars is who he is on the show. Is worse than person.
Mars, have we already established what you are? Have we already established that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Even before we saw you, was it already established what you were?
Yeah, that was a wild transition.
And just so you guys know, and you wasn't there, Gifted, and Ticket, his reputation precedes him. Mars is a scumbag.
Yes, sir.
Be clear about that. Mars is a scumbag. 100%.
Yo, I love these guys, yo. That shit was crazy.
Absolutely. Mars is a scumbag.
Oh,
yeah. Mars did not surprise me. And you know what? Who started realizing that? Haley didn't realize like how much of an asshole Mars was. So like when we're out, we went out to dinner and stuff. It was me, Mars, and Haley like around sitting next to each other. And she was like, "Why are you acting like this? Like, why are you acting like you're so mysterious? Like, why are you being this way?" I was like, I looked at her. I said, Haley, he's an asshole. Like, this is who he is. You just gotta let it rock. He was like, I thought he would be nicer. I'm like, no, Haley, he's really an asshole, bro. I don't know what you thought.
Nicer, it's hilarious.
No,
I don't know why people assume I just lie about who I am. Like when I say I'm a
it's
bad
the accent,
person,
Mars. That's what it is.
I'm actively telling people I'm a bad person, and then they expect me to not be a bad person. I'm like,
it sounds the accent sounds sophisticated.
The accent, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
That's what it is, Mars. It's the accent. You sound sophisticated, and then when you talk basketball, you sound like you know what you're talking about. So the sophisticated accent plus the education in basketball, it kind of equals. You know, he must be a good guy. No, he's not.
No, you can just be a sophisticated prick.
He's not. He's a jerk off.
100%. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Shout out to Timothy.
Yeah, shout out to Timothy.
Into the chat. Hey, y'all see that picture?
Ticket wild as hell.
My thing is, I don't even, bro. You gotta jump off my joint, Ticket. I don't got enough pipe for you to be all over me.
Hey, hold on. I don't know what y'all was watching.
I don't got enough pipe for that, bro. Calm down, bro.
That jump shot. I was, like I said, Big Ox. I was surprised that you could shoot the long ball. We got into a shooting contest, and I'm not a long ball shooter. I can shoot the long ball, but I'm not a long ball shooter. Big Ox knocked down the long ball a couple of times. I was like, damn. All right, I got to turn it up a little bit more because I'm about to be out. Otherwise, because Big Ox started knocking down the long ball like it was nothing. The first time he shot it, I was like, nah, that ain't going in. Cash. Shot it again. Nah, that ain't going in. Cash. I'm thinking, what the hell going on? So I got to turn it up until Mars range merchant tag. Now I'm that forever now.
Well deserved tag.
You are though. Like even your threes are like a pull up.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. You existed in a time where there was no 3-point line. So that's
turn me up in the
because you gotta remember you gotta remember too, Mars. So like you just said, when I was coming up, the guys who shot the long ball was like Reggie Miller, Dale Ellis. But the guys that I was interested in whose game that I really dug, Jordan, Joe Dumars, guys like that. That's where they played at, 15 to 18 feet, but could shoot the long ball. So that was my game.
Chill. I love you, bro. Bro, put me on the big screen, man. Chill, stop talking this loud, man. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What the hell is that, man? Y'all want me to waste my time, Chill Town, and go out there, man? What the hell is that, man? The hell is that? That nigga missed the layup, man.
I'm not gonna defend myself.
Stop playing with me, man. You trash, man. Stop playing with me, man. Chill Town over here going on state, man.
Mud peddling, man.
Man, missing a layup, man, and getting your arm dragged off the socket by a football dude, man. Come on, stop playing with me, man.
Oh man, Ticket. This all sounds good, bro. This sounds
He's supposed to be the big bad wolf, though, huh? Yeah, all right.
It sounds good, bro. It
looked better on film for you. It looked better what I'm saying. Hey, Ron, I bet you Ron don't drop that full tape.
I bet you won't pull up.
You make 5 layups in a row.
I bet you won't pull
You
up.
make 5 layups in a row against that football dude. I put
around 34.
I bet you won't pull up. You backyard again.
Ron, drop that full tape, Ron.
Man, I love my little brother. Do you, bro?
We don't respond to bums like this. This is straight. I got like one of them It's like one of them garbage dudes on the sideline building up to get a run. Like, bro, you can't get on the court till after we finish.
Why you love me so much?
Out of here, man. Dude, trash, man. Y'all hyping this dude up, man. Dude, trash, man. Dude, I seen Low making more shots than you. That's a damn shame, man.
No, you did.
Low down in the house.
Low did not make more shots.
Where my nigga Low at?
Yes, he did. I got it on video. Low was out there looking like Low was out there looking like Biggie. I got it on video.
Since we're on the subject, it was dope to see Low, by the way.
Don't make me do it. I will send Ron the video right now of Low. I will send Ron the video, Dub. I will send Ron the video of Low making them shots.
Send Ron the video.
Okay, let's go.
Because Ron wasn't there.
Making that one elbow jump shot.
Hey, no, you got to send it to Ron because Ron wasn't there. He didn't see it live.
Is that one?
He made a few of them. He made a few of them.
I think that was like 1 or 2 jump shots he's ever. That was the only one that was on.
That was the only one.
Hey,
Low made a game winner.
Yeah, you know why? You know why Low made those shots? Because he has a top-notch PG like myself, getting him the ball where he needs the ball.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Bob
that's why,
Bob was threading that needle, bro. Like, bro,
he was and you missed you against Bama.
That is true.
Slow down. It was against Bama.
It was against Bama, but I do that with
everybody. Like, y'all stop letting this backyard throw y'all off, man. Yes, man. Oh, he ain't even here no more. Never mind.
What happened to Ticket? Where you go?
He'll
He
pull back up.
ducking. That's why he ducking.
I'm not gonna lie, his hotspot probably ran out.
He trying to find a half a second clip to try to embarrass somebody. He's a smut peddler.
Oh my god.
Hey, I would say this, Chat. Can you lay off of Mars? You know what's the funny thing about everything? When we did the live stream video, y'all was all getting on Mars. Dang, Mars thick. Dang, he got a belly. Dang, I ain't expect Mars to be like this. And lie to you not, Mars was like, I don't know what people thought.
I told you, people don't listen to me.
He said, I told them I don't go out. I told them I don't work out. I only do is watch basketball. I eat food. He said, what did they expect? Like, what did they expect?
I told you they don't listen to what they think I'm lying. I say I don't leave the house. I don't do anything. All I do is watch basketball. And then you said, oh, I'm surprised Mars isn't skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I losing weight if I'm just sitting in a chair all day? Like, use your brains. Like, I just didn't get it. But I guess I'm now Mars Lowry. That was the common child.
Yo, Ron,
Mars Lowry is crazy. That's disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie.
Hit the
the whole stream, no matter what was going on, just about me. I was like, damn, okay, crazy.
Bro, those comments was hilarious, bro.
I was just reading. I'm like, damn, Jesus Christ. I ain't even talking unless talking about me. Like, here's what it is.
How you talk about war? And
how you ain't no Mars was eat? I'm eating right now. Literally right now.
I'm eating right now.
Like every show I'm eating. You can see I'm eating, and you don't know you was eating. I was eating like, whatever, man. It's cool.
Mars, you trying to get on low level?
Hell no.
He for sure learning from Low way too much, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of Low, y'all, it was dope to see Low too. Actually, to sit down and talk to him, and it was dope to sit down and talk to all y'all dudes, because the way we do this here, you don't really get to know a guy, but to actually sit down and talk to you dudes in person and chop it up with y'all, that was dope. That was for real dope.
I'm glad you brought that up, Chilltown, because there has been a bromance that has been formed because of that exact reason you talked about them meeting each other. Ron or Bob, do you guys want to open up about this or what?
I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking about me.
You know who I'm talking about. So y'all remember how I remember we got asked the question, right? During the 100K episode. There was like, who's like the worst knowledgeable at ball, right? And Low, the legend of losing, was like, yeah, Bob down there.
No, hold on, wait, Dub. That brother's name is the legend of winning.
We're
not disrespecting my brother on this channel right now.
Word, I respect it. So you know, he asked a question about the 100K.
I just want you to take. Play the tape.
No, you were telling me. Hold on. Hold on, Ticket. Go ahead, Dub.
So what's it called? So Low, he got asked that question. Yeah, Low's bottom tier. And I told Low, I said, listen, Bob probably don't know NBA ball, but Bob knows about ball, though. Like, he knows about basketball. I was like, if I needed a coach, I'll probably hit up Bob and some shit. Ticket, don't say nothing. Please, just don't say nothing. So as we're there, after we play a couple games with each other, you know what Low tells me? He sits down on the couch with all of this. He was like, I'm not going to lie. I just did a complete 180, bro, on Bob, bro. Like, I understand everything about him. He's really one of those dudes. He said, word for word, Ron, what did he say? What did he say about Bob? He said, yeah, if I had a guy like Bob around me, bro, when I was younger, I'll probably still be playing sports till this day.
Low said.
I ain't gonna lie though, because like that's really my thing. Like I love coaching. I love doing my thing with the kids. That was a huge compliment, Law. I really appreciate you saying that, though, bro. For real, bro. For real.
Word. That's what's up.
Is the Oxen low,
Ron, you know what to do, Ron, you know what to do.
Shut up, nigga.
Oh, you muted me, Ron. That's cool. You muted me, Ron. That's cool.
Ron, why would you mute Ticket, bro?
We can hear you. We can hear you just fine.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. So now I'm not gonna lie.
No.
But right now,
Bob is wrong, boy. Y'all don't want him to play the tape.
Bob and Low are brothers right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. Bob and Low are brothers.
That's my dude, but I fuck with
brothers. Like, if we do another PC weekend, y'all might like be
some bunk bed type of shit.
Yeah,
these two.
Yeah.
It's bunk bed type shit. Is that deep? Is that deep?
But it sound like
we don't
wait, Bob, we was on the same team the whole time, right?
Yeah,
Me, you, and
and
Low. Oh yeah, that's another. And Low, funny as hell. After the first day, he was like, "Dang, bro, it's our first time playing with each other. We're doing dribble handoffs, pick and roll actions, some motion."
y'all
He said,
putting them in the league.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, the first time playing with each other. I was like, dang, bro, like, we really like that, man. It's crazy.
Hey,
bro.
hold on. Do you guys want to tell everybody what happened those first couple of days?
What happened? What you mean?
Well, I mean, just the 3-on-3 and the dynamic and everything.
Oh man, that 3-on-3.
Yeah, man, me, Low, and Dubs unfuckwittable.
Who did you compare you guys to?
Hey, Tim, Tony, and Manu.
He did say that, yo.
Low said that.
Nah, I said that.
No, I said
Now,
that.
but on the 2-on-2 though, Dub, on the 2-on-2, we like J Kidd and Vince Carter though. And you Vince Carter.
Damn, I appreciate that, bro. Nah, that first day was really bad for Bama, bro. Especially when he got me mad this one time, right? Because I went up for a shot, he blocked it. So I said, bet. He blocked it, the ball's up in there. I grab it, go up with the left, and he's just stuck there.
Big body.
He called foul.
Big body.
Big bodied him. And he called foul and took the point away. I'm like, there's no way he just did this, bro. Look at this. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on.
Run the tape.
Is that a video or a picture?
Run that tape, Ron. Run that tape, Ron. But, hey, this what y'all want me to go out there and get on the flight for, huh? Cock ass.
Drop the track.
Run that tape, Ron. Run that tape. I'm gonna make sure that boy sees straight after he look at this film. Go ahead, run the tape. Run the tape, Ron. Ron, don't laugh.
I'm about to just go, bro.
Run the tape.
Drop the track.
Oh man, what?
Everybody in the crowd up here hyping this man up, man. It's ridiculous, man.
This from the first day.
Because we out here having fun, playing ball.
Drop the track.
Oh, look at John Stokes. You see that playmaking from you?
Bob.
What's up?
Why you got no basketball shorts on, bro?
Because I don't need no shorts to play, boy. It ain't no thing. I got forces on, some jeans.
I feel like you just got out of school. On camera, 2-0. Cash. Post.
Yo, y'all don't understand how strong J-Rob is, bro.
J-Rob is strong, yo.
I did a little flopping. I flop, big deal. So y'all telling me that this clip right here means I'm weak at basketball?
That's what it sounds like.
Ron, go to the next clip.
Nah, hold on, Ron.
Go to the next clip, Ron.
Real quick, Ron.
Go to Exhibit B. Go to Exhibit B, Ron. Go to Exhibit B.
Yo, hey, I was trying hard, yo. I couldn't score. What's the big deal? Sometimes you can't score. I tried to get a bucket.
That was because of my elite help defense.
What's the big deal? Like I see Mars coming help side. I see Mars coming. I see Mars coming help side. I tried to throw it up real quick. I missed the layup. I'm not embarrassed that I missed the layup.
Exactly. I just sped him up.
I'm not embarrassed for missing the layup, yo. I will still torch your scary ass. You backyard again. I'm in the backyard. You always in the backyard, scary ass nigga.
My passport don't say that. Look at this bum right here. This is like a bum off the streets. Look at him.
Hey, that's
Jay, you talk about kill town.
I told him I get whatever I want. I missed the jump shot, but I told him I get whatever I want. What is this? What is this proving right here? What is this proving right now?
That's a travel too.
And I'm still smacking that shit just like I do you.
Nah, this shit is crazy.
Just like I do you, Ticket. Smack that shit just like I do yours. Hey, where's the rest of this game? Where's the rest of this game? That's what I want.
Hey, Ron, watch the handles, Ron. Watch the handles. Watch the handles, Ron. Ooh.
You didn't see him touch the ball, Ticket? He played better defense than you. J-Rob probably better than you.
Hey, yo, you funny, Bob. Bob, you hilarious, bro.
I would say, I thought J-Rob and Bama were going to be better than what I see.
So, don't criticize my teammates, though.
So what is this?
Your teammates lost. Y'all haven't won. Y'all won one game, actually.
Hey, I love Bama. It's so thick. Bama is one of them dudes.
Play the video of Low making them jumpers. Low made 2 out of 4. He was 50%.
No, he was not. I promise.
That was some great.
Yeah, he was. Hold on.
Christ.
He
Low was
was.
not
Play
like 50%.
the tape, Ron. Put Biggie on the screen, Ron. Put Biggie on the screen.
Mars, you see stuff like that, a couple clips. That's how stat merchants.
Hold on, that's why I said play the whole tape.
Now you know.
That's why I told Ron to play the whole tape, dog.
Now you know why. Now you know why Ticket has the takes he has because he just.
Hold on. That's why I told Ron to play the whole film, dog.
He just.
Yeah, I can promise you, Low was not 50% on jump shots.
Yeah,
I can promise.
And this clip right here, Ron about to play it right now. Ron gonna play it right now.
Elias, I'm looking bad. That's how you feel, Elias? That's cold.
But before I play the clip, I just want to tell you guys who Lowe's actual comp is in real life. Lowe is Draymond Green.
Draymond Green offensively.
Elite screen setter, dribble handoffs on point, and he be on the glass. But who is he defensively, Mark?
Oh, defensively,
oh man. He was locking Bama up. I'm not even gonna lie. Actually,
he was kind of moving his feet for a second.
He was locking Bama up a little bit.
Bama made a couple threes, and then Bama decided that he wanted to start driving, and then Lowe just stood there, and then Bama got stopped.
Hey, Lowe moved quicker than I thought he did, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I threw Bob off the track too. Bob got tricked because Bob they had on as y'all know on the courts the rims was lower. And I was over there dunking it, and Bob saw me dunk the ball. He was like, "Chill, still got it." I was like, "Nah, the rim just low. Don't worry."
Yeah, I was riding about.
You got hung on one of them as well.
I did, right?
I seen that one. It was like nobody seen it though.
I did.
Hey, I was riding on one of those scooters that Doug was talking about, and I seen out the corner of my eye. I said, "What the fuck?" And I look back, and the ticket. Chitchat come. Boom! I was like, "Oh shit."
Still got no.
Chill was doing his best Shaq impression on those 8 rims.
Chill. The rim just lower. That's all.
Chill. I had a pull up midi for you, man. Oh wow.
Oh, Dub, you missed that shot badly.
I know I did. I know I missed that one. I had a pull up midi for Chilltown, bro. I had a duel for him when he was right there, bro. You remember that, Chill?
If you would have made that last shot, and Bama, if you would have made that last shot on Bama, we was done. I was done. Like we turned the cameras off, we finised. Ain't nothing else to be said.
That one felt good too. That one felt real good too.
If he would have made that one, because he was down. He was down 9-5, and I kept telling Bama, I was like, Bama, he ain't out. He ain't out. I'm telling you.
By the way, Bama sent me a text that he wants me to read to you guys. I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but if you guys don't want to hear it, I want to read it.
No, I definitely want to hear it. Whatever
I do want to hear it. I do want to hear it.
All right.
The massive artists, just so you know, the massive artists, according to these dudes, I'm like 60. They think I'm like Mars thinks I'm in my 60s or something. But
hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's one person that's in the best shape out of everybody up here, and it's Chilltown. Chilltown's in better shape than everybody up here.
Yeah, he is actually.
That's bad.
That's because he had more years to get into shape. That's because he had more years to get into shape.
Yo, Chilltown built like a Marine or something.
I believe
he built like Captain America.
Chill is in good shape.
I mean, shoot, he was waking up super early in the morning too, right? Like, I mean,
Chill got the. Oh man, this is gonna sound weird, but Chill got the body of like like if a doctor's like putting on like a model of a human being and like what they should look at, like their athletic like prime. That's what Chilltown got. No cap.
At 65.
Yes, which is crazy.
Nice.
Ticket, I wish I could have seen you 20 years ago, D. I do. I really wish I could have seen you 20 years ago. It would have been dope. It would it for real would have been because that banter that we have on here, I'm like, I wish I could have been on it. And I don't mean 20 years ago, like when you was a teen. I'm talking like when we was both in our prime. I wish I could have seen you. It would have been something different for real. I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have done that, no doubt.
So play the video, Ron.
Yeah, let's do this.
Me too, man. Play Biggie. Oh, that's good.
Unlucky, Dub.
Frank, get off the pill, Low.
Hey,
water. That's water.
So I guess he makes the next one to go 2 for 4.
That's the legend of winning, man.
Oh,
that's the legend of winning, man.
1 for 3. 1 for 3. Nice.
And according to Ticket, it's one more. Here it is. Okay. Last but certainly not least.
We got another one. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Here it go.
This probably was going to get him to 2 for 4.
You hear that? Run it back. Hold on.
Too low. Cash.
Legend of
2 in a
winning,
row.
man.
Oh.
Hey, did y'all hear in the background J-Rob's strong ass voice talking about run it back?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why he was saying run it back?
No, why didn't he say that?
He wanted to beat you again.
Well, because so I'll tell that story more since you had to do that. I'll tell that story more. But we wanted to play. We down there. They on that end. Me and J-Rob on this end. We shooting around. J-Rob wanted to play one-on-one. I'm like, cool. I want to play one-on-one too. I love playing basketball. That's what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to play ball. So we shooting around. First game, I go up like 2-0. 2-1. J-Rob hit a 3. I'm like, there's no way he hit another one. He hit another one. We playing quick games of 3. J-Rob beat me the first game 3-2. No bullshit. 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, hell no. Come on. Now we doing the 3, doing first to 3. 5-game series, right? So that's 3 games to 3. That's 9 points. In those 9 points, I scored 9. J-Rob scores 1. You know, that's because I shoot like Larry Bird. That's because I shoot like Larry Bird.
like your shot looks
I
like
shoot
Larry
like
Bird?
Larry Bird, Ron.
Okay.
There's a difference between looking like Larry Bird and shooting like him.
Hey, Gifty, you hoop?
Mm-hmm.
What is?
Can't hear you, Gifty.
You muted. Gifty, you
Can't
muted.
hear you, brother. Yeah, we can't hear you.
No. I used to. I haven't played since COVID, but in college, I play ball all the time. All the time.
Okay.
We're all hoopers up here, man. Real hoopers.
Hey, Gifted, we may or may not have an extra ticket for you come next.
And I'll
week.
actually make the flight, no questions asked.
Okay. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the loop. I'll keep you in the circle.
Sure.
We'll send you an itinerary. But
Ticket's trying to talk. Ticket, just so you know, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
Don't let the people down, man. They want to see you, man. The people want to see you. Don't let the people down. You know, be a man of the people. You know what I'm saying? The viewers love us, man.
All right, y'all. It's about that time. Let's get into some hoop talk. We're gonna start with these super chats, and then we're gonna go ahead and do what we do best.
Yes, sir.
Shamar say y'all better be selling tickets to PC Weekend next year.
PC Weekend next year needs to just be in a gym.
That would be
nice. Think about next year. Yeah, it's 5 more months to go.
Needs to be in the gym in Punta Cana.
I don't know what that is, but it needs to be in the gym.
Like in the gym the whole time?
Yes, just all basketball content.
Okay,
that's fire, Mars. I like where your head's at right now, Mars.
And then
that's my type of week.
I can just do the box scores because that's my specialty.
Amok Sinister said, I know this is a basketball show, but Bud Crawford needs his props.
Yeah.
Tried to tell you.
Whoop Spence ass. Undisputed. Yeah, undisputed.
He beat his ass.
Yeah, he whooped Spence ass.
I couldn't believe
everything.
That.
He was just better than him at everything. His footwork was better. His technique was better. His jab was better. Not only was his jab better, he slipped so many jabs. This dude just didn't look like he should have been in a ring with him. That's what it looked like. For that fight to be as big as it was, he looked like he should not have been in the ring with him. He looked completely overmatched, right? And I'm not an expert at boxing, but I do know boxing. I'm a big boxing fan. And Spence should not have been in the ring with Crawford. He should not have been. He was clearly overmatched.
He should have been in the ring because the best is supposed to fight the best. What happened was he just got outclassed. Realistically, if you know boxing and you tell the truth, Earl Smith spent too much time outside the ring. You can't go 16 months outside of the ring and not be fighting.
You can't, yo. You can't.
You
And go up against him.
Terrence Crawford, Terrence Crawford is fighting Terrence Crawford is fighting every 6 months. He's been active. He's been fighting guys. He's not taking time off. You can't play boxing and be in a sport like that. Now, the reason why Earl did it was because he was waiting to only make the Terrence Crawford fight. But it was still bad because in his career, he has these long lapses. Now, one time it happened because he got in a car accident. So it made him lose a lot of time out, you know what I'm saying, after he got in that accident. But then after he came back, he's fighting 1 year at a time. And all the PBC fighters are doing that, and it's not good, bro. When you a boxer, bro, when we was growing up, guys was fighting 60, 70 times. Look at Canelo Alvarez. Dude almost got like 60-something fights, right? Like, bro, these dudes barely getting 30 fights in their career. So them dudes like that, bro, you only fighting one time a year. It's because now they're getting paid more money. Oh, no. These guys are satisfied with getting paid, some of them, a couple $1 million. Then they go chill in between fights, blow up and stuff like that. Back then, when guys was getting them Evander Holyfield paydays, they were still back in the ring. Them dudes in the ring every 4 months.
Holyfield was back in the ring in 4 months. You can't 16 months. That's way too long. Especially 16 months to get back in the ring with Spence. Nothing in between that.
I mean, with Crawford, you're right.
To get back in the ring with Crawford, nothing in between that. Nah. If you're gonna be out 16 months, you can't come right back and fight him. You're not ready for him. I don't
You're
care
not taking it serious if you do that.
No, you're not ready for him.
He couldn't take a tune-up because he know he couldn't make the weight no more. He knows he can't. 147. This is the last time he can make 147. When they do the rematch, it's gonna be at 154. Can't make the weight. And once you get drained like that, trying to make weight, and Terrence Crawford even said after the fight, he not trying to make that weight no more. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to make that 147 no more. They're probably gonna fight the match in December at 154. So it is a rematch. There was a rematch clause. It's gonna happen in December. You're gonna see a better fight from probably both sides because they're gonna be at a more comfortable weight.
Right.
Yeah,
but that was a thrashing. That was a thrashing by Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford.
He whooped his ass. He whooped his ass.
He dismantled Earl Spence in a way you've never seen before, and he put himself in a
popping his ass with that jab right in his nose. Like usually guys can slip the jab, right? He kept coming into Crawford. He kept coming into Crawford's space, and Crawford would keep popping him with that left jab and popping him with the left jab right in his face. It wasn't like he was like barely missing him right in the nose. I'm like, my man, slip the jab. What are you walking right into it? He got outclassed.
No movement. No
Did y'all
movement.
see his face about a 4th round, fourth round?
I'm telling you, Lo. I'm telling you, Ron. He looked like
red as my shirt.
He looked
that's
like
the worst part, Ron. Now go ahead,
he looked like
that's the kill. That's the worst part is when you get cut early. Oh, he got cut like in the 3rd round. Once you get cut early, man, bro, that's a bad sign because of that could mean come the 7th or 8th round, that fight could be stopped, bro. Because he got
I'm telling you, when we got around the 6th round ticket, when we got around the 6th round, he looked like Drago and Apollo Creed. Like, yo, stop this. Yeah. Because he's gonna kill him, yo.
But they're cut from a different cloth. Like guys like him and Deontay Wilder, them dudes, they don't never want their corner to throw in the towel. They're like, no, we're gonna die out here on this thing. You want to take it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the warrior mentality. That's the never quit mentality. Because sometimes when you quit, people say you just came to get a check. You know what I'm saying? And so
I can get with that. I do understand that. But at some point, like you just said, he was outclassed. But with him being outclassed, he was getting his ass whooped, Ticket.
No, the ref did the right thing. No, the ref did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? The ref's supposed to stop that fight at that point. I'm just saying he wasn't gonna quit.
No, he wasn't. That's just a fighter mentality. Right. That's the fighter mentality.
But he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to come with a whole different game plan. His focus, his mental focus, his determination, everything. His film study, everything he does is gonna have to be on a whole different level. He got to dig deep on this rematch because now Bud Crawford got all the confidence. So now once you beat a guy like that, but I will say this, and I'll leave it at this to everybody who says it's over. They said the same thing the first time that Holyfield fought Riddick Bowe. When Holyfield fought Bowe and Bowe beat Holyfield, everybody thought Holyfield, oh man. You know what I'm saying? How many times have we seen great fighters get beat bad and we still cheer for him? We still want to see him come back. We seen Mike, it hurt everybody's soul when they see Mike Tyson get the way he got done. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I'm the biggest Lennox Lewis fan. When what's his name dropped Lennox Lewis, I was like, what the hell? Man, he came back 6 months later and dropped his ass. Get your ass out and get my belt.
Ali and Foreman. Ali and Frazier. Ali and Joe Frazier. the first time they fought when Frazier beat Ali. But remember, Ali was off for a long time because he had that whole what thing with the army and stuff. So he was off for a long time. Came back and got beat. And everybody thought it was finished. And then he came back and ended up putting him in the acrylic. Right. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, this type of fight, like I said, in boxing, in certain when you got guys at that level, bro, you can have a bad night and then everybody change how they feel about you. Or you can have a good night. On boxing, you have to be at your best every single night you go in the ring. You have to be at your best because if you don't, anybody can get you in the sport of boxing.
That was a bad night, though. Hold on, wait. Was it a worse performance from Earl, or was it just a great performance from?
Here's what I think. I think it's a little bit of both. Here's what I think it was a little bit of both because I've seen Terrence Crawford look vulnerable against lesser opponents. Terrence Crawford was locked in for Earl Spence, completely locked in. He was focused. He did a pre-camp. He did a camp. He was completely locked in and focused and ready for that fight. It seems like Earl Spence was not focused, determined, and ready for what Terrence Crawford was going to bring to the table. He knew the different elements and different levels that Terrence Crawford presented, and he didn't look like he was ready for any of them. Meanwhile, Terrence Crawford looked like he was ready for everything Earl Spence was going to be able to bring. And I'm going to tell you something again. That ring rust, bro, Earl Spence, if he want to keep fighting, he cannot stay out the ring like that long anymore, bro, because if he does, bro, he's toast.
I would equate it, Ticket, to Jordan not playing for a year and a half and then jumping right back out there with the Orlando Magic. Like, he wasn't ready for that.
Right.
He wasn't ready for that.
And they got beat. And everybody was wondering, damn, how Mike and them got beat. And then as soon as Mike really got an off season to get himself back, got right, he came back and he looked different. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's giving their reaction based off the first fight, and they got a right to. When you see the second fight, we gonna really see like where everything's at. Because now I got a chance to see you. You got a chance to see me. We've been in the ring together, so we kind of know what's gonna go down. Now, if it goes down the same way in the second fight, then that. And
I got a chance to see you at your best. By the way, I ain't get a chance to see you. He didn't get a chance to see Crawford as Crawford being. That was all Crawford had. By the way, I don't think Crawford gets better than that. I think that was
the all-time elite level. That
was locked in. That was as locked in as he could possibly be. So you see him at his best. So when Spence come back, Spence, you got to be razor sharp. Because if you're not razor sharp, you're gonna get your ass whooped again like you did.
That's not even like because his punches are like it wasn't even bothering Terrence Crawford, bro.
That's what I mean, man.
Quan's Archive 2 said, "Is being undisputed the hardest feat in sports?"
Yeah. Yes. Because when you undisputed, that means that you beaten all the champs. That means you unified all the belts. And Terrence Crawford have done it in 2 weight classes. So, and that has never been done before. So he made history, and he has the chance to do it in 3 weight classes because he can move up, go and fight Charlo. If he beats Charlo, he will be undisputed in 3 weight classes. No fighter's ever done that, and they'll probably say he's better.
That's crazy.
He do that.
Well, think about what undisputed means. Undisputed means there's no question.
There's no conversation about
there's
it.
no argument about to be able. I don't care what sport it is, football, baseball, but you can bring up anybody that you want to bring up. There is no question. I'm the guy. You can't argue it. You can't have any conversation about it. I am undisputed, the heavyweight champion. So that's when Lennox Lewis came back after I forgot the dude's name he lost to. I'm really drawing a blank right now, but I forgot the dude he lost to the first, and he dropped him in like the 3rd round. Lennox dropped this dude in the 2nd round. Once he dropped him, it wasn't a question who the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world was. Klitschko was walking around and there was rumbling about it, but it was no question. But to answer the question, I think undisputed is the toughest. I think it's the toughest title to get in sports because it's not a question of whether or not you're the man.
That ain't no lie, Chill Town. That ain't no lie.
I mean, the real thing is like, who's really the undisputed thing in anything other than like boxing and stuff like that? But who's the undisputed GOAT in football?
Well, I mean, in basketball. Well, basketball.
Hold on. Let me
I want to answer what you just said before you move on.
Let me land real quick.
Go ahead.
Because and even though we know Brady's the GOAT, I mean, there's always going to be people out there that's going to question. We got Mahomes coming up with Joe Montana, LeBron James and MJ debates happen on the daily basis. You know, and Bill Russell, baby. So the guys that's really undisputed, Michael Phelps, undisputed Wayne Gretzky. It doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen like that.
It doesn't. And in team sports, it's more of a positional thing. Like, for example, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is undisputed the best wide receiver in NFL history. It's not a question. As good as Randy Moss was, as good as T.O. was,
but he's
as
not
good
undisputed.
as good as T.O. was, as good as Megatron was, as good as any of those other dudes was. None of them dudes were better than Jerry Rice. That's not a question.
No, but it is a question because there's a lot of people that would say that Randy Moss is probably better than him.
No, he was more talented than Jerry Rice. There's a difference.
But
he wasn't
was
better
more,
than Jerry Rice.
But more talented can't equate to better because now we're just going off production. But from talent perspective, Randy Moss is better than him.
But we've already had this conversation. What does hard work beat? What does hard work beat Ticket?
Hard work beat talent. Talent don't work hard.
There you go.
But I'm gonna say this. Hey,
Randy must not work hard.
Randy Moss didn't work hard though.
At that time, that's when I was really watching football. I haven't watched it probably like the last 8 years. But I will say this to you, Doug. Jerry Rice was world renowned as the best receiver to ever play football. And you do have to have the numbers to back it up. You have the skills and you have to have the numbers. Because what it is this.
Thanks, Lucas.
When we talk about skills in that sport, you talk about skills and the numbers. That's a killer be killed sport. So you put up those type of numbers on the gridiron. That ain't easy, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
But
and you have some people, and here's an argument that you would have though, Doug, that you didn't say. You would have some people like myself that would tell you that T.O. was better than Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a type of dude that could argue with you that T.O. was better than Randy Moss.
Me too.
And
right there with you,
and that's not, hold on. That's not even including the years that T.O. was robbed for the rest of his career. The 1 year he was suspended, the other years he was robbed.
Mm-hmm.
T.O. was such a physical specimen. He could have kept playing for at least another 3 or 4 years and shattered. He probably would have caught Jerry Rice's record if he'd have kept playing. But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is that we can still have these conversations of Jerry Rice and Randy Moss all the time because of the talent. If Jerry Rice was the undisputed GOAT, you wouldn't have told me, well, yeah, maybe Randy Moss is more talented, but he's not better than him. Well, we're having a conversation because of that aspect, right? It's just so hard. And there's even people in the chat that's getting divided amongst this debate right now. Even though in what you value, I'm not going to sit here and diminish what you value. It's fine. But we have these conversations. We can have it on the daily basis. That's not undisputed. It's not. Undisputed means we can't have this conversation. We can't talk about it.
And let me give you another example
right now.
Hey, but let me give you another example, right? Here's why I think you're wrong. I'm gonna give you an example of a different sport. Like if you look at basketball, right? To me, like when you've won the most in a certain era, you're undisputed to me. You're the undisputed. So for example, like to me in the 2000s, it would have been the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. They three-peated. To me, they were the undisputed champs of that decade, you understand, of that little era they was in. Then you make and say it was the Spurs for a short while. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Spurs did win theirs in 99 and then they won a couple in the 2000s too, I gave it more so to the Lakers because the Lakers won 3 straight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then you look at the Bulls. The Bulls won 6 in 7 years or 8 years, 6 in 8 years. So to me, those are the type of teams that are, to me, undisputed. The Celtics, who dominated the whole era. You understand what I'm saying?
You can't argue that, Ticket. Like, you can't. You can't argue.
To me, that's easy. Doug. Yeah. So Doug, I think to be honest with you, here's where the difference maker is, I think. And this is what you didn't say about Jerry Rice. He got the championships too. So it ain't just the stats. It ain't just the production. It ain't just the skills. He got the championships to back it up too. So I think that is where you put guys when we talk about stuff like this. That is why we say different things too, because not only do you have the personal accolades, but you have reached the mountain. You have reached the mountaintop and achieving what you know what I'm saying your goals were. So Jerry Rice had multiple championships. Mm-hmm. He got the yards, he got the touchdowns, he got all that stuff. So I mean, when you look at it, okay, same thing with the Bulls. Jordan got the chips, he got the stats. He got the awards. In that era, it was what it was. Then you can go back to, like I said, to the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Bill Russell, Mars guy. They dominated the whole era. You can't take that away. When you dominate a whole era, you can't take it away from somebody.
But again, that's all. But again, now you're conflating team success and then individual. Like,
but he was. I agree
with the concept of like a team. And I can agree with the. It is easier for a team to be undisputed than like an individual player. I do agree with that concept.
You don't think that Mike was undisputed?
He was a big reason, though.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
a big reason why that team was
You don't
good,
think,
though.
but,
It wasn't
okay,
like
so hold on. So you don't agree with Mars? You don't think that Bill was undisputed with the Celtics?
No, he wasn't, because
respect his 5 MVPs.
people were still having Wilt over him. He wasn't
Yeah,
undisputed.
but they're all dead now. So what are we talking about?
That's what it was. Like, he wasn't undisputed, and he was the ultimate winner.
I'm not gonna lie. It was more undisputed back then than it is now. Back then, it was more people would side with Bill Russell. Just
he was on the front cover. In 1980, Bill Russell was on the front cover of Sports Illustrated as the greatest basketball player to ever live.
Yeah, so it's become more disputed now as people who haven't watched us making their opinions. At the time,
the reason why things are so convoluted is because we live in an era where like social media is at the forefront, and there's so many different opinions, and there's also a lot of trolls. So it's like no conversation to me is like untouchable from another person valuing something completely different, having a different perspective. To me, undisputed compared to being undefeated are two different things, because people cannot have an opinion on how many games you won or you lost. If you didn't lose a game, regardless of the context, if you did not lose technically, they cannot take that away from you, right?
Like Floyd Mayweather.
We look at the game change.
Yeah, it's
right.
Floyd
like,
Mayweather, the undisputed GOAT.
50-0. 50-0.
He's a GOAT?
50-0.
I don't know enough about boxing to say Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
50 up, 50 down.
But
all I'm saying
one of them's Conor McGregor, though.
It doesn't matter how you feel, right? His record is his record, and it speaks for itself. I'm not saying that makes him the undisputed GOAT. I'm saying his record is undisputed.
Right.
You cannot challenge the record. That's what I'm saying, because anything can change based on your perception on any topic. Honestly, like,
but I mean, I think Steph is the undisputed best shooter of all time, but we've had on this show discussions about why Ray Allen's better. I think it should be undisputed, but it's been disputed. So is Steph being the greatest shooter now not undisputed because we've had people say it's Ray Allen, even though I think that's ridiculous?
I just don't think there's much value in even like really saying undisputed, because nowadays people will dispute anything just for the sake of being different or being a contrarian, to act like you have like this unique, crazy perspective. Like, you know,
even if that's true, though, but even if that's true, Gifted, you knowing the game, whatever game it is, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, you knowing the game, when you hear somebody dispute something, you know that it's goofy. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
So
that is true.
Even if somebody were to dispute something, you have to come with legit logic on why you think this. And if you hear them and you know for a fact you don't know what you're talking about, it goes in one ear and out the other. Somebody can give you, like, for example, Mars and I have had the discussion about Ray Allen and Steph Curry. We've had the discussion about Ray Allen and Steph Curry. I think Ray Allen is the best catch and shoot. I think he's the best catch and shoot shooter in NBA history. I said the separator between him and Steph Curry is Curry off the bounce,
right?
There's no defense for a guy who can accurately shoot from 25 feet off the bounce. There's no defense for that, and there's nobody that I've seen who can do that like him. I think that's where the separator is. But I'm still stuck on Ray Allen. Not only his ability to catch and shoot, when he did it, how he did it, and who he did it against. That's where the argument is with me and Ray Allen, as opposed to a guy saying, I don't know, Paul George is the GOAT. Like, wait a minute. Like, you goofy. You sound goofy when you say stuff like that.
I think that's fair. I just think it gets harder because there's so many new fans of these sports who like haven't seen film beforehand, and they're just basing it off of what they see. And like, sometimes I feel like, who are you to say that like that person's take is wrong if he's saying that's my goal? Like I watch basketball. This is the best player that I saw because I didn't see Jordan. I didn't see all of these other guys. The problem is when you disrespect the other eras by saying, you know what, I didn't see them, so they're just fucking trash. Like,
well, Gifted, that's where the problem comes in. When you say, okay, this is my goal, I didn't see him. I didn't see Chamberlain. I didn't see Bill Russell, but I hold these dudes in a higher regard. And the reason why I hold them in a higher regard is because I go do my homework. You can't tell me Paul George is the GOAT because you've seen clips of him and you're 17 and you're 19 years old. If you go do your homework and you tell me why you think he's the GOAT because he did this, and this, now we're having a different conversation, as opposed to, I think he's the GOAT because he's got the dopest hezzy tween. No, that's not going to work.
Hey, chill.
Like, I'll say this, right? I can agree with that, but what makes it hard is I feel like everyone has a different textbook term in terms of like what your homework is, right? watching 5 hours of YouTube highlights of these players is not doing your homework, right? Watching one regular season of these guys is not doing your homework. If I watch like 6 full seasons, 82 games of one player, even that to some people might not be enough in terms of doing my homework, right?
Mhm.
People have different criterias and they move the goalposts based on their feelings about these players. That's why for me, I don't really get too crazy into the like player ranking things, especially between different eras, because I know for a fact I'm more familiar with modern day basketball than back then. So even if I go back and I watch like this playoff series, I wasn't there to see this player start and develop into what he is like other players, like Giannis or Jokic, or right? Like I'm not gonna have the same reference point. So really, why am I up here like fighting so hard about this if I know that I, don't have the same level compared to other things? I just think, but even at some point, it gets kind of,
even if you didn't see it though, you can still see this guy that you see today, or you can go back and do some homework and watch, I don't know, Dale Ellis, for example. Dale Ellis being one of the best shooters in NBA history, and watching just a little bit of him from time to time, and then seeing how his game translates today, how wide open the game is, how fast the game is, him being 6'6" and being able to shoot the long ball the way he does, how they get guys involved in the game, his not just killer instinct, but his ability to shoot the ball in the clutch, his ability to shoot the ball in pressure situations. And think about how the game is played today. He would be fantastic today. Well, the same logic goes for Chamberlain. When I watch Chamberlain and I see the athlete that he is, I see the skill set that he has around the basket, I see how he gets up and down the floor, his ability to rebound, all of those things. And then I see what the big guy is today, and I'm thinking Chamberlain would kill the game today if he played today.
I think that you're correct, but my issue with this is like, if you attack it from a general sense, you're right? Like these players, based on if you watch them play back then, you can see how they would fit into the modern day, fine. But my thing is, when you start to really compare players, you have to dive into the specifics. How did he come off screens? How did he like move? How many games did he play? How durable? Like, there's so many categories that are really specific. You had to have been there to have watched this player for such a long time to even be qualified to answer the question. That's why for me, I don't really do like the whole era versus era thing as much as saying, hey, I watched this player, so from a general sense, I know this is his skill set. In the league, this is the current skill set. He can match that, right? But a deeper conversation to me requires you to really do your knowledge. And again, that is very subjective. Some people might believe if you sit here in this chair, you watch 2 hours of highlights of these guys, every shot makes or misses, that's enough. I would say it's not. I would say watching the game and understanding the level of competition, the ins and outs every single day is doing more homework, right? Like that's a very subjective argument. But from a base perspective, at least being familiar with these players is relevant to having a general conversation. I would say.
So when you say that, then we got to give guys like Dr. J more credit throughout their career, even though he played in the ABA, because most of the talent was in the ABA at that time when Doc was in the ABA, then it wasn't the NBA. But guys in the NBA was getting credit when basically the NBA was taking everything from the ABA. You know what I'm saying? Slam dunk, all that stuff they took from the ABA. So at that time, we give guys credit in the league, but Dr. J and them, we didn't give. People don't want to give them dudes credit like that in the ABA, when really the better players were playing in the ABA at that time. So when you say that, when we talking just about levels of players and we talking about competition and stuff they played against, all that means something.
Yeah. And to Mars's point,
hold on, but would you not agree though, Chitchat? Would you not agree that ABA? What was the better talent at? Was it in the NBA or the ABA when Jay was playing in the ABA for?
I think there was a lot of talent in the ABA. 100% it was. But that's why the ABA got absorbed, because the NBA knew that they couldn't continuously compete, because a lot of the talent that was in the NBA in the ABA, it was gone because of the money.
Who was playing more talent? Was it? Do you think that they had more talent in the ABA at that time, or Wilton them had more talent in the NBA?
I think.
Yeah, he did. Will never played in the ABA.
No,
right?
He played for the Colorado.
Will was going to go to the ABA, but because he was trying to force his way to the Lakers, and said if he didn't go to the Lakers, he was going to go to the ABA.
Yeah, he was going
to go.
I'm just saying,
he was about to do that.
Super teams, but I mean,
but anyway, to answer.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
To answer your question, Ticket, it was better teams I think if it was more individual talent in the ABA, because that's what the ABA was showcasing. They were showcasing individuality more than they were showcasing teams. That's what the teams was about, as you know, back in the 60s and back in the 60s and 70s. It was about teams. It was about teams winning, as opposed to in the ABA where you were showcasing talent. Guys like Doc, George McGinnis, Artis Gilmore, who else? David Thompson, guys like that. You were showcasing more individual talent as opposed to more team success. So individually, I think that you can make a legit argument that there's more individual talent in the ABA than it was in the NBA. It was definitely better teams.
Did they ever do anything like have like a ABA All-Star versus NBA All-Star game? Nothing like that? That would have been fire. Do you think the NBA was like ducking that, or
it was a rival league? Yeah, I don't think it just didn't happen. I just think that it was a rival league, and it was one of those things where, yo, you do your thing, we're gonna do our thing. That's all it was. And then the ABA started having money problems, and then the NBA took an opportunity to absorb them, and they did that, and they absolutely did that. But to Maul's point, when
I was just always wondering, like, if they ever did anything like. Not, I guess, you would call it kind of a collab type thing, like anything competing against each other. But now when you put it that way, I guess that would be like the NBA would be like, nah, that'll be helping them. So we're not doing that.
That's exactly what it is. And to Maul's point, we do have you do have people who, when you have an quote unquote undisputed conversation, you do have people who will say, even though this should be undisputed, there's people who will say, well, wait a minute, no, or like Dub just said it. I mean, I think Jerry Rice is the undisputed heavyweight champion of wide receivers. I don't think it's a question.
And that's your opinion, but there's a lot of people in the world that talent, is along with the talent and the accolades, right? And it's just he's not, and it is what it is. Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, the only time it would be easier in a sport where it's like individualized, like not as a team sport, where we have like Tiger Woods, tennis, Michael Phelps, and those guys like that. Serena. Tennis. Serena, like that. It's easier to get in that realm, but when you put that team environment a part of it, bro, it's all up into somebody's personal values, right? And I hear your point where like there'll be some, because Gifted brought it up, where there'll be people that just be talking just to talk, and I'll be like, bro, but you can even understand if I'm a guy who's valuing not just the production, but just the talent as a whole of a player. You can see like, you know what? I can see why he's saying Randy Moss is better.
They had the. What was it? It used to be called the Moss ratio. Now, what that means, Moss, is in football, the Moss ratio was he had to touch the ball every 4 plays. I don't care what we're doing. So it's essentially like, if you can imagine the Golden State Warriors, how they play, Steph got to get a shot every other trip down the floor. Steph got to shoot the basketball. That's who Randy Moss was when he was playing football. Every 4 plays, I think it was 4 to 5 plays, it was called the Moss ratio. He has to touch the ball. You have to throw him the football.
And I don't care if you might not know much about American football, but that's insane.
I don't care if we running a football down this team. I don't care if we killing them. He got to touch the ball every 4 trips. Every time we got the football, and on the 4th time, he's got to touch the ball. That's how good he was.
Like, that's basketball numbers for real. Like every 5 possessions, Kobe gets an isolation or Kobe gets.
He has
shot.
to.
Like,
I don't care what we're doing. We got to get the ball.
Yeah, I think what makes this a hard conversation is like team sports is all about trying to win as a team. Like the.
Say it again,
the team.
I'm sorry. Hold up, right quick.
I was saying this to you. I was saying this as well. That's what me and Bob was saying about the bigs. Like they went away from that, bro. Like the big man who can score, you can't go down 2 or 3 possessions without giving them the ball, bro. And see, they got away from that now. They don't do that. The only players they do that for, like Jokic, Embiid, and that's it. That's why they don't. And me and Bob, we talked about that the other day. We both agreed on that. But I told them they don't play like that no more. They only do that for certain. You know what I'm saying? They only do that for guards now. Now it's like, okay, we come into Steph Curry, boom, or we go into a wing to a LeBron or somebody, but they don't do that for no big man no more. So that's why I was saying, like, when you look at these, the game has changed so much, bro. Like when you go from era to era, it used to be most of the big men, and this is the crazy part. You still had dominant guards in the big man era, where you understand what I'm saying. The bigs was dominant too, and you was playing mainly inside out. So I just think the game switched up now. Like now it's harder to judge, but and to what Doug was saying about football, like I said, man, I mean, he can keep saying it about Randy Moss, But everybody gonna respect Jerry Rice on a higher level because of the winning and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
Not only the accolades, but the winning, bro.
But so to both of those points though, like back in the day, the big man wasn't going for that. He wasn't going to allow his point guard not to give him the ball. Like they was roughing you up in the locker room. Like, bro, you see me there, I'm giving you a target, dump it down. You gonna give me the ball, or we gonna fight. And then on the football aspect though, I think Jerry Rice is pretty much the undisputed as far as wide receiver goes. But like Dub's saying, like I get what you mean. Like it's obviously not undisputed because people say, other people are. But I think most people got Jerry. And I mean, I got Randy Moss at obvious number 2. Like I heard y'all saying about T.O. and all that, but nah, Randy clears T.O. In my mind. You're muted, Dub.
Dub, you muted. And gifted, I still want to hear that point you was gonna make too.
I said a lot of people say Randy, but I respect y'all opinions on what y'all value though. But Randy,
I like Randy Moss more than Jerry Rice. I'm a bigger fan of Randy Moss. Like hands down, Randy Moss is besides Marvin Harrison, Randy Moss is my favorite wide receiver, easy. But I gotta go with Jerry though.
Gifted was saying something about watching he was saying something about, hey, well, just watching some of the videos and some of that ain't enough. Bro, that's how a lot of these guys have done through all history. Like the guys who ain't old enough to see the guys in the 70s and the 60s, bro. You understand what I'm saying? They go throughout what they was told through historians. This is like, bro, if you read books and you study different things, bro, that you wasn't old enough to see with your own eyes. A lot of historians and people go off things that they read, bro, and things that was documented and noted and stuff like that. Now, sometimes people have seen it with their eyes because it is film that's out there still, but you basically got to be smart enough to make certain judgments based off of what you see on the court. Like, for example, you can watch like 2 or 3 games of a player and have a scouting report on this player. When I watch 2 or 3 games on you full games, I'm pretty much seeing what you bring to the table. Because if in them 3 full games, I'm not seeing something different, I'm seeing you play pretty much the same style of game, then that's pretty much who you are as a player, unless you start
dribbling the ball out of bounds, missing layups.
Man, come on, bro. No, I'm just saying, like, for example, if I watch Rudy Gobert 3 or 4 games, that's who he is. That's who I'm seeing. Now, if he completely changes his game later on, now I have to go readjust and reanalyze what I'm saying. But for the most part, when you look at most of these dudes throughout NBA history, the great ones, they came in the league with some talent, but by the time they was in their 3rd or 4th, 5th year, you seen what they was gonna be. Only the few great ones elevate to a whole different stratosphere. But pretty much everybody else in their 4th or 5th year, you see who they are. Like once Steph Curry hit that fifth year, you say, okay, yeah, this is who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Same thing across the board.
That part is fair, Ticket, but the flip side to that is you might be seeing a guy who he playing in a different system, and only to find out he gets on a different team and damn, I didn't know he could score like that. Well, he was on a different team. He was playing in a different system. That wasn't his game. Only to find out that, this dude can actually score. I didn't know that this guy can rebound like that. Well, he was in a different system where coach had him playing further away from the basket. I didn't know this dude could.
It's the context you're talking about.
Yeah. I didn't know that this dude could defend like that. Well, the reason why you ain't see him defending like that, because they played fast and he wasn't really on the floor that much. And because he wasn't on the floor that much, you couldn't really see him defend like that. As opposed to now you see him in Detroit, you see him in Washington where he playing 35 minutes a night. Now you're seeing him defend. So I think it's a little bit different in that aspect. I do agree with the logic. I'm an advocate of that. By year 5, this is probably who this guy is. Now you're probably gonna get some better seasons, but ultimately what you see now, that's him.
It's not even just like negatively, but it could work positively. It could work as a positive for you too. You could be part of a system that just benefits your game and make you appear better than what you are. Doesn't mean you're really that good. It just means you're just on a good crew that can maximize your skill set, which is why I do take on what some people do in all sports with a grain of salt, because there'll be sometimes where they're just in a scenario that's just a good fit for them, bro, but that's not really what they really about,
Dennis Rodman is a prime example of that, Dub. I know this sounds nuts to you. Just so you know, Dub, Dennis Rodman averaged 26 a game in college. 26 a game he averaged in college. He comes to Detroit. He a glass cleaner. I'm a dirty work guy. All right, that's my game. That's what's going to keep me on the crew. He might have ended up with Philadelphia during that time. He might have ended up with a different crew, which needed him to knock down mid-range shots. Well, I did score in college. I can score, so I can do that. So that won't be a problem. But he also averaged 16 rebounds a game in college too. So this is more suited for me. I can do that too. So
I hear you.
I just feel like when it comes down to like team sports, what makes it hard is people's values can be based off of the individual player, whereas some people are more like, how valuable are you to winning a championship? Some people value that as their number one thing. Other people are like, but how good are you at the game of basketball? And where those, both of those ideals combine is how you evaluate players. A lot of people have different value systems. Some people care about, okay, how far can you carry a team that is clearly not good? Or how do you put a team over the hump to win? Those are two different value systems, and there's many basketball fans that have that.
All right, fellas, we're going to move on from this, but I do want to say, hey, Dub, were you on the episode where we did a GOAT tier ranking?
I don't remember. I don't know.
You don't remember we had so we were ranking the GOATs of all time in all sports.
Was that on the panel or PC?
No, this was PC. This was.
Oh
classic,
yeah, I for
classic,
sure.
classic
Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah, for sure. I remember that.
We're gonna bring that back because I want to do that with you guys. But we put all Serena, Tiger, Tom Brady, everybody from all different sports, and we rank them as basically the GOATs amongst GOATs, and we figure out who is who and what is what.
That's dope. I do want to say this, and I forgot to say this before. You know how Ticket be saying, I know who, he's not here. But Ticket be saying, yeah, I know who Chilltown is. I can tell where he is. And then I'll hop on there. I'll be like, yeah, Chill's a fake nice guy. He's really an asshole. Me and Ticket, all right. Like, Chill's a fake nice guy, bro.
Oh, my God.
He did my man Mars so dirty. And the way that y'all just let that ride was ridiculous.
What were we supposed to do?
Huh?
What was we supposed to do?
You guys giving this old privilege is crazy.
You guys, I know for a fact y'all sat in the car. Mars took your room instead of just letting him figure it out on his own. And y'all know y'all did.
Yo.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Hold on. Time out. How is he gonna take something that's not his?
It was his. Who?
Both of them.
What you mean? First come, first serve. We all had me, Mars, and Lo were the first ones to get there. So we all picked our rooms, and Mars picked the biggest room. So we're like, cool, Mars got it. These guys, nah, you gotta save it.
No, that's not what happened, Dub. That's not what happened.
You were low, and the fact that you were low let Mars chump y'all to the bottom bunk is crazy.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened, Dub. You wanted the room first. If you wanted the room, you should have stood on it like Mars did.
No. Hey, I was being nice because I didn't feel like arguing. So I said, you know what? Let Mars do it. He got it. You feel me? Because I really wanted that room, but I said, nah, let y'all can have it. I'm not gonna argue about this. Mars come in because he came in a little later. He took the big room. He sat here like, nah, bro, y'all not just going to save that for Chilltown. He's not here and everything. Y'all just being some chumps right now. Chilltown comes at 1:30 in the morning, bro. 1:30 in the morning. 12:45, 1:30. 1:30 sounds better. This man comes up the stairs, and me, Lo, and Mars are chilling with each other. And Chilltown looks right at Mars. Hey, Mars, Blackman, what's good? Thank you for saving my room, brother. Appreciate you. Goes straight upstairs and starts moving everything out of the room, bro, and sets himself up.
Hey,
Chill,
you're an asshole. Nice room, huh?
Chill, you're an asshole, Chill. You're an asshole.
That was a nice spot that we stayed in. Forget the room. That was a dope spot. We stayed in. Nice neighborhood. Seattle is dope. I enjoy coming to Seattle. 100%.
I did tell them this. I said, especially like being in the Northeast, our cities are very much like run down and like dirty and like litter everywhere. Bro, being in Seattle was like a good like breath of fresh air.
It felt very clean out there, didn't it?
Oh my!
It felt like a clean city.
Everything was clean. The air was clean. The cities were clean. I didn't see plastic bags all over the place. I was like, wow. It's like that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all not wanting Chill to had a big room is crazy.
He did. If I came in later, it is what it is.
Why would you want the OG of the group to have to walk downstairs to the common bathroom and all that? Like, make it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no respect over there.
Well, he could have had the bottom rooms if you would have just allowed me to have it. But, you know,
I didn't stop nothing, Dub. I slept on the couch, bro.
Dub,
I ain't had no control over nothing, bro.
You guys didn't even walk to the second floor. You and Lo walked in and went straight to the left to the first room. Now, it was understood from Lo. But you?
What you mean? What you mean?
Dub, you like had carte blanche to anything you wanted.
Bro,
I
all
said-
I want to know is
You were low selling for less.
all I want to know is who didn't flush.
Everybody did.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we all did.
There's always one.
Who did it? Oh my God, Ron! Should I tell them about what happened with me and
No.
Low?
Oh shit.
boy.
Nah, I'm not
No,
gonna say
no,
that. I mean,
no,
I'm gonna
no,
say
no. Low took a dump?
No. Anyways, let's jump into a couple more super chats.
Hold on, Ron. Hey, Ron, hold on, Ron. Low took a dump and didn't flush?
This is a story for off the air ticket.
This is
Oh,
off the
okay.
air.
I thought you took. I'm about to say, Big Low took a dump and didn't flush? No.
No. This was a wild story. It was wild.
This is a story when the cameras is off. This is not one of those stories for the viewers. Y'all can't hear this.
Nah, y'all can't. That was a wild. That was wild.
Go ahead, Ron. You was super chat. That's what you was about to go to.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get into the title of the show. The Clippers are actually not in a rush to extend Kawhi. And then we got other things to talk about
they
too,
shouldn't.
like Doc Rivers may be joining another team. And also Jimmy Butler potentially has a new contract. But before I do that, I got a couple super chats. KG Dragon with the $50 whopping super chat said, I also want to say that Players Choice is a great platform. Going past sports, maybe get into competitive gaming amongst yourselves. Interviews of active pro and amateur players. Would like to send $50 to your most active mod. We'll send to M to give it.
I don't know who M is, but appreciate Dragon, bro.
Who's the most active mods?
Good question. Who do you guys got?
Mars, just say you're the most active mod. Mars.
Well, I am, but that's
so
cheating.
say that then, Mars.
No,
just say it. I'm the most active mod because what Mars is doing. It's a rhetorical question. Mars just want. We already know the answer.
Definitely the most active mod.
Right. So just say that, Mars.
Mars, you necessary in the mod world?
Yeah, but it means obviously it wouldn't be me. It would be other people. So someone said Gabe. Gabe is probably valid.
Yeah, I like Gabe. I like Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe,
I still think it's me.
Nah, it will be Gabe. It will be Gabe.
I think Big Ox.
My man, Gad.
I think Big Ox got he might have a say so in that. Mars, as good as you are as a mod, I think Big Ox, he comes in and he shuts it down when it's nonsense going on.
I clear.
Shums said you don't have to hold all four to be undisputed. Plenty have been undisputed in multiple divisions, but the only one to hold all four in 2 weight classes. But WBO wasn't respected like that till recently.
No, you got to have all the belts to be undisputed, dog. Sorry. That's not true. You ain't undisputed without all the belts.
Potato Man said, hope all is well with Ticket. God chooses his toughest soldiers for his mightiest battles.
I love that.
No, Ticket wouldn't be here if he wasn't good. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't good.
I think he talking about what you was talking about earlier. Ticket saying something happened back there. He just sending his word. I don't think he was trying to be funny. I think he was really sending love.
I'm just okay.
I think he was showing love. I don't think
you said we was gonna talk about it off the air.
No, I can say it right here. I saved this old boy life yesterday, man. I seen y'all the picture, man. This fool broke into the business beside mine. He broke into it, and they had him on camera, and they was getting ready to, like, when you overseas and you do something bad, it ain't like in the States. When you overseas, like, bro, they gonna get you rid of you right there. And so, man, that dude lucky I was there. You know what I'm saying? I stood out, flashed my passport to him, and told him, look, man, just, you know what I'm saying, take him to prison or whatever y'all gonna do with him. Because they was getting ready to
right there. They put his lights out right. If you wasn't there, they would put his lights out right there.
No. They was giving him that work. Right there, I'm talking about in the middle of the street in front of everybody. I'm talking about he was crying for his life. I went out there and they stopped it when I went out there to him. But these dudes was clowns, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen, I'll tell all the youth listening now, man. It ain't nothing wrong with going to get a 9 to 5, bro. You ain't got to steal from nobody. You ain't got to rob nobody, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Every last one of us that's in here have had a 9 to 5, bro. When I was 16, 15 years old, nigga, I used to work at Taco Bell.
I ain't never done 9 to 5.
Hey, listen, I used to work when I was 17 years old. I used to work at the grocery store, bro. Listen. You gotta get it how you live, bro. Hey, Ron. I'm telling you, it's better to go work for it than it is to take it from somebody and give up most of your life or a lot of your life being in prison, bro. Go online and watch them prison documentaries and see what them guys going through.
Whoever you took it from, somebody coming to take it from you.
That's why I talk stuff to Bob all the time. But I respect Bob because he do what I do. He work with the youth. He don't even know I work with youth too, but he work with the youth. I got a passion for that. And so to me, I respect what Bob doing because they need that. They need that extracurricular activity, that energy to keep them out of the street and from doing dumb stuff. So I respect that, bro, because there's too much foolishness going on in the world. There's too many people that's willing to take it, then that's willing to work for it, bro. And when you got that type of mentality going on, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro, we living in a dangerous world, man. Everybody got to be safe and raise your kids and teach yours the right way, bro.
It's obvious that Ox got that effect. You heard what Lo said. If I had a dude like that around me, how much better I would have been. And it's a grown up saying that. This ain't this ain't even a kid. This is a grown up saying that. Damn, if I'd had a dude like this around me, how much better off would I have been? If I had a dude like that around me.
That was wild.
Lo saying that because obviously it's a whole backstory between Bob and Lo. Me and Dub aren't gonna get into it, but they weren't really too fond of each other. But then meeting in person and Bob actually learning who Lo is, and Lo actually seeing what Bob represents, what he stands on, what his principles and morals are, he actually became, a Bob Merchant now, if you will. So it's cool that they met each other.
Bob Merchant, okay.
Nah,
okay.
Not a Bob Merchant, not a Bob Merchant. That's what,
you don't know about that one, Gifted? You ain't sure about that one?
Bob Merchant.
I'm messing around, but it was just crazy though hearing Lo say that. Like, yo, if you telling another grown man that, hey, if I had a coach like you, I probably would have loved the game more. I would have played longer, and I would have respected it more. That says a lot about you as a person. So that was dope.
Yeah, I appreciated that. It's a lot of cats. Youth athletics is $1 billion industry. It's a lot of cats out here doing it for the money, taking advantage of parents and taking advantage of kids and stuff. Bro.
Damn, I hate that.
I do a lot of shit for free, but I do a lot of shit for free.
I hate that.
A lot of stuff for adults and kids. I do a lot of stuff for free because it could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to feeding homeless and doing stuff like that easily, I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and shit could have went the other way easy. So, I'll just look at it like, man, that could have been me easy. So, we all got to love each other, look out for each other when we can,
MP13, we're going to get into that.
Right now, bro,
MP13, we definitely going to get into that.
Quick answer. Like, people don't want to put in the work to get to where if they want to be. They're looking for shortcuts, and that can be very dangerous and impact other people's lives. Just stand on your 10 and be willing to put the work in. Like we all go through our trials and things in our lives, but the goal is to get to point B, point C, point D. You just got to keep pushing through that and keep living. Don't try to cheat it, fight through it, because that adversity that you fight through to get to where you are is going to make you value that even more.
Do you understand why that is though?
Yeah.
It's because of the era that we live in today and how things are just instant. There is no work that needs to be put in. There isn't. Everything is right now. So, but Ron, I don't want to hold us up. You was talking about you was about to get on something.
Yes, it's time to go ahead and get into this Clippers and Kawhi kind of back and forth. We're still in the early infancy stages, but we do know Kawhi is up for an extension. And at this moment in time,
what kind of hair extensions?
No, a contract extension, Big Op.
Him and Paul George both have contracts that are coming
at the end of this season. At the end of this season, them dudes is up.
They up now. No. Hold on. They up to get it now. The team is refusing to do it now, which I'm with them on. I'm with them on because
they better refuse.
What Stephen A. Smith said yesterday, bro. And he exposed Paul George. Paul George was talking that stuff, saying, "Oh, you can't say nothing because you ain't never played. He ain't never played no pro sports. Hell, nah." But
did you watch that? Did you watch that? Watch that whole thing on Stephen A.
Hey, he said, "Look, dog." He said, "I talked to dudes." He said, "I talked to people that's in the NBA that work for your teams, that work for these teams, that have told me this about you guys." And when he said this, bro, this really made me feel away, bro. When he said that Kawhi Leonard has made $70 million in his NBA career without playing a game. Think about that. $70 million Kawhi Leonard has made without playing a game on the court. He said it was games where Ty Lue was told that Kawhi and Paul George were available, they're ready to go. Right before jump off, he comes to the podium to this pregame and says, "Oh, they're not available tonight." Dude's been getting all the perks. Kawhi been getting his own locker room, all of this stuff before the game. He gets his own locker room before the game, his own dressing area, his own whole locker room to himself. These dudes getting private helicopters to the games, jets, all this stuff, getting a call practice. And this type of stuff that was going on with Doc Rivers and everybody getting a call practice on and off whenever they want. And it was going down. Doc Rivers said, "We got practice today." Kawhi said, "No, we ain't got practice. I don't feel like practice." That's what him and PG was doing this whole time. But in collecting checks, doing it and failing. See what I'm saying? Paul George, he collected over $40 million in his career, not playing the game. Like, at some point in time, bro, the teams, they had to take a stand or else this stuff is going to get out of control. You see what's going on with Zion? This man had played 29 games per season. He's on $100+ million contract, making $30 million a year and can't pay off a $2 million loan. Where is that money going to? He tricking it. He ain't got nothing else to do.
It's going
This
to
is the type of stuff we talk. This type of stuff we talking about, man. And I'm glad that the Clippers are taking a stand against it. And I hope they don't pay him until he pays them for all of what they've done for him since he's been there. He came to LA running his mouth. He came to LA talking about he was the king. He came talking about he was holding the throne and he had the crown and he had the keys to the city. He said that. So back it up.
So there's.
I don't want to hear Dookie. I don't want to hear Dookie coming here talking about what he did 3, 4, 5 years ago.
I don't.
No, I don't want to hear.
I'm not going to.
That's
fine.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what Dookie gonna come in here saying. Oh, yo, I don't want to hear about what happened 5 years ago.
Because that's fine. I don't care about that. I think it's very interesting because Kawhi has missed a lot of time. So from the Clippers' perspective, I understand not wanting to give him a contract extension. I think that makes sense. I'm actually on that side as well. But this load management stuff is a two-way street. A lot of people just want to talk about Kawhi not playing games. There's been multiple games where they have chosen to not play Kawhi. Kawhi has come out in the media and said, "I wanted to play. They're not letting me play." The Clippers have not engaged their health staff with these players in the best ways, and they're literally leaving them out of games, and they're not having great communication.
That's a lie, sir.
That's not a lie.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a lie. That's a lie. Gifted.
Okay.
I have
okay.
that are in the NBA. I have hold on. Gifted. I have players that are in the NBA. Gifted. I have players that are in the NBA right now. I have players that have played in the NBA at all-star, superstar, and Hall of Fame levels. That will tell you. Any player, and I'm gonna repeat myself to you again. Any player, hold on. Any player that is on Kawhi Leonard or Paul George level, if they go to the medical staff, whom they can get fired if they want. If they go to the staff and say, "I'm playing tonight," they're on the court. Do you know how many games that Kobe Bryant went to the medical staff and said, "I'm playing tonight, I don't care what you guys say"? Do you know how many games that Allen Iverson went to the medical staff? Hold on. Do you know how many games AI went to the medical staff and said, "I'm playing"? No. Hold on. I can keep going. Hold on. I can keep going to this era.
It's either these players have all the power or they don't. Which one is it, bro? You can't have.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna say it to you again. The star players on the team run the organizations. The KDs of the world. Yes, they do. Hold on. I'm gonna say it to you, bro. I'm gonna say it. Hold on, my man. I'm gonna say it to you one more time. The money makers on the team, the main guys on the team are running the organizations, bro. They are true, bro. Listen, you can't no medical staff go tell a star player on the team you're not playing tonight. If the star player says I want to play, they're on the court. NBA coaches, NBA play. Even Mikal Bridges just said it, and Mikal Bridges is the Iron Man of the NBA. He played 83 games last year. He's the Iron Man, and he ripped all them dudes because he even said it. Go look at his quote last year. He said, "Man, if star players want to play, they can play." This is the same thing Ant Edwards said. Ant Edwards said, "I hate these dudes load managing because they want to play, they can play." We all know how this goes. When you've been behind the scenes and you know this stuff, you know how it goes, bro. When you a star, bro, when you want to be on the court, can't nobody stop you. Bro. Don't say that loud.
My point, because what you do a lot, bro, is you bring up independent points. Address my point. You said I was lying. So are you telling me Kawhi Leonard did not come out and say I wanted to play, but I was not?
No, I'm saying that. No, I'm saying that Kawhi Leonard. I'm saying that Kawhi Leonard is a liar if he said that because Kawhi Leonard.
How do you know he's a liar?
Hold on. Kawhi Leonard himself. Hold on, because Kawhi Leonard himself have not wanted to get on the court. Kawhi Leonard himself, we've seen him be in situations where teams have said he was cleared to play, and he said he didn't want to play.
A specific instance right here. If the player is saying, "Hey, I want to play," and the staff is saying they cannot play, are you saying every single time the player is going to get the benefit of the doubt and play regardless? Because that's not how it works. I guarantee.
So you believe Kawhi wanted to play? You believe Kawhi wanted to play?
In the game, he said he wanted to play. Yes, I do. I do. I don't think Sorry. I don't believe that this is just this easy cut and dry thing where every single situation the star player automatically has the say so in the organization to play all the time. What I am saying is a fact. There are medical staffs that quite literally evaluate these players and say you shouldn't play this leg of the back-to-back because the science is stating that it's not great for you. The Clippers staff has taken a lot of precautions to make sure that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George do not keep.
So why they mad at them then? So why they mad at them then?
Huh?
If that's the case, why they mad at them and don't want to pay them then?
Because they are also injury-prone players. They get hurt a lot. That makes sense.
Well, hold on, no. Well, my point to you is this: why are the Clippers complaining about these players not being available and load managing and saying that they don't want to pay these guys right now? Their extensions. Why are they complaining if they're the one? Hold on, if they're the one that's
not officially saying that. What is happening is they feel cautious about giving two of these dudes max contract extensions to the point where they have not had the success in the playoffs that they want because every year these guys get hurt. It's not about them sitting out games. It's about specifically them not being able to get it done because of injuries and also because sometimes they're just not good enough.
Which is fair. Which is fair, Gifted. But that's also a two-way street because, like you just mentioned, so on one night, this is what the science tells you. Well, as a ball player, fuck the science. I'm good. I'm going tonight.
Yeah,
I can play tonight. Now there can be some instances where you've played back-to-backs these many times, so we're gonna hold you out this night. But you're not just gonna continuously do that. As a ball player, at some point, I'm good to go tonight. I can go tonight. There is no way that you can continuously just tell me, who I know my body and I know how I feel, okay, we're going to hold you out tonight because we don't think you can go tonight. Well, wait a minute. I feel fine. I can go tonight. I can appreciate the logic of sometimes I need to be saved from myself. I do understand that 100%. But what can't happen is every time you tell me that I'm not going to go, when I tell you I'm good to go tonight and you're holding me out. Well, if you're holding me out, I need to know a specific reason why you're holding me out. And don't tell me it's the science because I feel just fine. I'm just fine to play.
I get what you're saying and I agree with it. What I would ask you is this, right? I get what you're saying. But my question to you is, in the moments where the player is saying they want to play, I've heard Paul George on his podcast multiple times say, I think it's soft. We don't practice hard every single day. So our bodies are not like really ready for like the toils of an entire season, right? When he's saying, I want to play, I'm good, I can play this leg, and they're saying no, people take that and say, oh, Paul George don't want to play. My problem with this conversation is it's a lot of
so why did Tyronn Lue say that?
I don't know.
Why did Tyronn Lue say yesterday?
No, stop.
Hold on. So why did Tyronn Lue say the day before yesterday? Why did Tyronn Lue say he went to them and said
arguments that are based on he said, she said?
I'm talking about what the coach said. I'm talking about what the coach said. Why did the coach say he had to go to them and tell them they need to take the regular season and play more games? Why he say that then?
I cannot confirm to you every time if it's the team.
Okay, Tyronn Lue just said yesterday.
Of both, and I think for the LA Clippers specifically, they are a team that traded Shai Gilgeous, all of their future capital for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard as a tandem, and they have not had the success that they have been looking for. And ultimately, by getting off of those contracts, they will have flexibility to.
You still ain't answer my question, dog. You still ain't answer my question.
Because you're not asking good questions.
Hold on, I'm asking you about what the I'm not asking you about what Tom, Dick, and Harry said. I'm asking you about what Tyronn Lue said. Why did Tyronn Lue? Hold on. Why did Tyronn Lue say? Hold on. Let me ask you a question, Gifted. Why did Tyronn Lue just say 2 days ago that he had a serious conversation with Kawhi and Paul George and told them that they need to play more games in the regular season and take it serious? He just said that.
He's been saying that to everyone.
No, he has not been saying that. He has not. In the past, hold on. In the past, he said. Hold on. I'm gonna give you his quote. In the past, he said we're going to. In the past,
he was saying this was not communicated to me when Kawhi Leonard played the first half. When Kawhi Leonard played the first half of the game and got pulled in the second half, that was not communicated to Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue is
that was him. That was Kawhi who did that
because he is not. How are you going to say Kawhi Leonard is choosing to not play?
Kawhi was the same. Hold on, because Kawhi was the same one who told him. Kawhi was the same one who told him don't start. Kawhi was the same one who told him don't start at the beginning of last season.
Your fascination with wanting it to be 100% on the play. I think that's bullshit. I'm saying it's a balance.
Okay, well that's because you never played before. So sit your little ass down.
Okay.
If you never played, sit your ass down. You don't know how to sit. Hold on. If you ain't never played, Ron, this is why you can't bring. Hey, Ron, this is why you can't bring cockeyed Negroes that ain't never played basketball. Hey, chill down. It ain't nobody in the world that's gonna hold you from stop playing. If I'm a star in the league, chill down. I want to play. Can't nobody stop me from playing, man.
Ticket and gifted.
Nah. Hey, Ron, nah. It's gifted ass need to be quiet.
Yo, I just muted.
Hold on, Ron.
Hold on.
Ron.
Listen.
I can bring NBA players. I can bring NBA players on the channel right now. I can bring NBA players who have played with these star players, and they will tell you.
This
Hold on.
This doesn't mean anything. This is another argument that is going absolutely nowhere. Because once again, it's he said, she said. If the player is saying,
nigga,
I
tell you what the coach said.
And the team
Ron, you put me on mute 1,000 times. I'm telling you what the coach said, nigga.
My point, which is a more valuable point of the conversation, is that it's a balance between the two, and the Clippers are 100%.
So why they ain't paying the man? So why they not paying the man?
They get hurt. I get it.
So gifted, like we just were talking about. So yeah. I think it's more important now for Paul George to put that out to the media. I think it's more important now for Kawhi Leonard to put that out to the media, as opposed to just letting it just be something that's all speculation. If you can go and they're telling you that you're not going and you're demanding to play, which means that I am coming to work and I am ready to work, and you're telling me you're not going to work today, the people need to know why I'm not working.
And they're making statements about it right now, Chill.
And that's and what they need to do, and what they need to do is, I think they need to do this more, as opposed to just letting it continuously be speculation. Because this is what happens. Because now all I'm thinking is you can't go because you hurt, or you're sitting out because you don't want to play. As opposed to, I am ready to work. I am here to work tonight. They won't let me work.
That's not true, Chill. Stop giving these punks a pass.
I'm not giving them a ticket. No. I'm not giving them a pass. I want to make sure we clear on that.
I'm talking to Chilltown. I'm saying it to you.
When I say I'm not giving them a pass, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Because I want to make sure we're clear. Here's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm talking to Chilltown. I said this to you, dog, and I'm telling you again, dog. Bro, you know this game. You came up in this, bro. The star players are running the teams. These are facts, bro. They're controlling when the team have practice, when they don't have practice. Bro, they just have been documented that Kawhi and Paul George and dudes have called off practices. They blew their teammates off. That's why Pat Bevan and all them dudes was mad. What happened when Rondo went off on Kawhi Leonard and held him accountable? He was off the team the very next season. At the end of the season, he was gone, bro. Listen, bro, these dudes have gotten all this money, and the fact that they're making the most money, they're able to call the shots. If you don't believe me, look at a guy like James Harden. James Harden get all that money.
I don't understand how you can just outwardly say that, though. What are we saying?
What I'm saying is this.
Give the ticket. I really think that's stupid. I want you guys to keep this debate going, but Mars got to go in a second. So I just want to ask him.
Okay.
If you're running the Clippers organization, are you reluctant to sign Paul George and Kawhi to extensions? And if so, what type of extensions would you be looking to sign them to?
I'm not extending someone who can't play. That's a waste of time. So
especially for that kind of money.
That's both of them?
Yeah, both of them. They can't play, so I have no reason to sign them, especially for the money they're gonna ask for. It just wouldn't be worth it. But I do think it's kind of, I guess, ironic that we're talking about the Clippers need to take back ownership and stop letting the players run things, but then we automatically assume that if Kawhi wanted to play, he could just overrule everyone. But we're saying the NBA should work to where the teams actually have control of things. Maybe the Clippers do have control of things and Kawhi doesn't have as much as a say as we're actually trying to imply. Maybe he doesn't want to just miss every game, and they're telling him that with your degenerative knees, we don't want to risk you in the regular season, so we're not going to play you. Maybe he would be willing to play more than he does. I'm not saying he wants to play every game, because he's made it abundantly clear he's not fully invested in the regular season. He's not. I also don't think the Clippers are fully invested in the regular season. I think they're trying to load manage Kawhi to the playoffs, and and the reason they're not fully invested long term with Kawhi is because even in the playoffs he can't stay healthy. That's why I don't think they're gonna.
Let me ask you one question: Do Floyd got real contacts in the NBA?
Yes.
Floyd came on this show and said that the Clippers were frustrated with Kawhi Leonard, right or wrong. Did he not? When I asked him, did he not say that the Clippers organization was frustrated with Kawhi Leonard over his load management? Did he not say that? Yes or no?
He did say that, yes.
Why would the Clippers be frustrated with a guy, and if they're the ones that's pushing that narrative? They're not. Ty Lue just came out the other day and said, I just went to Kawhi Paul George.
Did you not hear what I just said 10
Hold on,
seconds
Mars.
ago?
Hold on a second, Mars. I just want you to listen to what I'm saying, Mars. I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
You didn't listen to what I said.
No, I listen to what you said. I respect it, Mars. I respect Mars. I respect your point.
Okay, go on.
Hold on. I respect your point of view. All I'm saying to you is this: as a player, I know this. Bob know this. Chilltown know this. You're in that locker room, bro. The only person who truly know what you feel inside your body is you. So when the team come to you and they say, hey, bro, how you feel? Depending on what you tell them is how they're going to try to make a recommendation. The most of the guys say, hey, I'm ready. Let's roll. When you want to play, let's play. That's what Kobe Bryant said. My job is to be prepared to play every single night, to perform every single night. This is what Dr. J and all these other dudes are complaining about with these guys. Is that these dudes are getting paid all the money and they're taking all the shortcuts. They're taking all the relaxes. They don't want to practice no more. They don't practice like they used to no more. They're not practicing 2 or 3 hours. This is the reason why these dudes are getting hurt, because their bodies are not in shape to take that type of punishment. You have to play. Chilltown, he come from the old school. He know this. Our coach used to work our asses off just so we'll be ready to handle that. If we're not working, if we're not practicing, if these guys don't want to play because they talking about we got too many games, too much stress, bro, they're never gonna be healthy.
Okay. So wait. So now you confuse me, right? Because you're talking about Chilltown understanding how it is with where coaches used to really practice competitively, right? The league as a whole, from a practice standpoint, is not practicing like they used to back in the day. They're just not. The doctors and the science in the league. No, bro, let me talk, dog. Let me talk, bro. I don't cut you off. Let me talk, bro.
Yes, you cut me off, cockhead, but go ahead.
Bro, because you say bullshit and you don't let me
talk.
No, I don't,
dog. You ain't never played basketball, bro. Shut your ass up. You never played basketball, bro. You never played, bro. You never played. I don't respect you, bro. I don't respect this bum. Bro, I do not respect this bum. This bum don't know shit about basketball. He's a podcast fake Elder Williams. I don't respect him.
Let me focus.
Nigga don't know nothing about basketball, nigga.
My point is, if you got practices that were ran way harder in the past compared to now, again, the science in the game has changed. When Kawhi Leonard went over to the Raptors were fine with low management because they understand his knee is a degenerative knee. Now, Kawhi has also come out and said that he does not value the regular season as much as the playoffs. My point is there has to be some type of nuance. You can't say in one breath, oh, the coaches, they used to really instill these things in practice, but then blame the players for practices not being hard. That's not how it works. If you think that the star player is controlling what time practice starts, this and that, it's not like that. That's so asinine to say.
I've been in it. Hold on. I've been in it. What locker room you been in? What locker room you been in, bro? What locker room you been in, bro? What locker room you been in? What locker room you been in? Chilltown. This fool ain't never been in no locker room. He up here running his mouth. Man, shut your ass up, man. Hey, Ron, this dude's a gimmick, bro. He just get the third grader off. Nobody gonna do that shit, man. Hey, Ron, I have been in practice. Hey, Chilltown, and you better back up and tell the truth. Chilltown, you know good and damn well the star players will sit up there and call the practice time. If the coach knows we got, hey, what time? The coach will look at the star players. Say, what time y'all want to go tomorrow? Cut it out, bro. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man.
They do not run every aspect.
Y'all gonna let these dudes tell us lie? Chill, y'all sad, bro.
In one breath, oh, you know what? The players run everything, so that's why they would have already had.
All players do run everything, bro.
Clearly, there is not an agreement between the
this boy right here. Chilltown, y'all sad for this, bro.
These things we don't know.
I can't respect y'all the same, bro.
Show me the black and white where it says that. It doesn't say that. You can't.
I can't respect.
Today's NBA is definitely more player driven than it's ever been. Today's NBA is definitely more player driven than it's ever been. 100%. So with that being said, players call a lot more shots than they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Are you saying that they're in control of every time practices start? That's stupid.
No, I'm not saying that.
Go ahead, you.
What I am saying is that I do have a lot more say-so than I did in years past. That's why they come to me and ask me, can you play tonight? That's why they come to me and ask me, can you practice tonight? Because 10, 15, 20 years ago, they didn't ask that. You either showed up or you didn't. And that was it. And if you didn't show up, you didn't play. Now these star players
now they can actually look at your body and say, you know what? We're not going to play you this game.
No, that's not it though. Gifted. The reason why here's the reason why, Gifted. The reason why is because even if you do look at my body, I can tell you with 100% certainty how I feel. You could look at my body and go,
mean you're going to play. That does not mean you're going to play. Paul George literally said I wanted to play several games this season. They told me no, they sat me down.
And
Paul
that's
George
why
literally
he
said
needs
that.
and because of that, he needs to come out and say that more.
But
I am ready to go.
It doesn't matter if Paul George
yes, it
says
does.
that,
And the
because
reason why,
Ticket,
yes, it does. The reason why
Guess
it does
what Ticket
is
said,
because
though, right? Ticket just said they're liars, right? So even if Paul George says, hey, they don't want to play me, Ticket in his mind is going to think he's lying. So what does it really matter? We're talking about he said, she said, with no clarity on what's real or what's not. That's why I think the logical thing to do would say it's a balance and leave it at that.
Which is fair, Gifted. But if I do, as Paul George, if I do, as Kawhi Leonard, with a degenerative knee, come out and say, I was ready to go last night. I put it out there that I was ready to go. Put names on it. Such and such held me out last night. I was ready to play.
Then they're gonna be called a team cancer for putting out people's names.
Even if they
dropping these coaching.
Even if
they're gonna end up getting fired and losing.
Here's the difference, though, Mars. The difference which is fair, Mars. But the difference with that is the truth to be out. The truth would be out. I was ready to go last night. This is who held me out. Now, if I end up getting cut, if I end up getting traded,
Paul George are being drama queen. That's what they're gonna say. So really, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying it's a balance. I think it's 100% fair for that team to say, you know what, moving forward in these next 4 to 5 years under this new CBA, it doesn't make sense to extend you guys when you guys cannot stay healthy when it matters most in the playoffs or get to that point. And every year we're having problems with that. So we're not going to pay you. We're going to go in a different direction. I can understand that. But in the same breath, what I cannot stand for is just assuming 100% out of 100% of the times the players don't want to play. Or the inverse. I don't want to do that. My point is, if Paul George says, I want to play, and Ticket says, that's bullshit, Paul George is lying, you ain't been in the locker rooms, then what the fuck is the point? At that point, we are literally arguing about what we believe the players think. I'm not in Paul George's brain. All I can tell you is what Paul George has communicated, what Kawhi Leonard has communicated, and also their injuries. And what I do know for a fact is, while you said that this current NBA, right, is way more player driven. While that's true, right? Another part is also more statistically driven. It's also more scientifically driven. So they have doctors that say, hey, you can't play at this rate on this back-to-back because you're dangerous, because you're more likely to get injured playing. So based on that, both things are true, and it goes both ways. That's my only point.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say this to you, dog. Excuse my Spanish too. My bad, y'all. I was telling this dude this work or something. Let me tell y'all something, man. Kill talent, and all due respect, gifted. This is one thing you got to understand, bro. When you're a star player in the league, superstar, making all that money, bro, I'm gonna tell you something about this era and this day and age. Most of these guys have more power than the coach, and more power than all the other players. It's only really 2 or 3 coaches in the league that still have power, and the ones you would think have power don't have it. Like, for example, a guy who has won a championship like Doc Rivers don't have power like that. A guy who has won a championship like Frank Vogel had no power even after he won a championship. The players, and I'm going to say it again, bro, the players are running the teams. And what I mean by that, bro, is this. It will be times where the coach say, hey, man, we got practice this time. And the star player be like, nah, coach, we ain't got practice today. And they'll shut the coach down because these coaches are afraid of their jobs. They're afraid that the players will get them fired and they'll lose their jobs because the players are making so much more money. The investment in them is greater. So this is why you can see guys like James Harden and all these other guys do all the stuff that they're doing to coaches, and the coaches not be able to do nothing. Doc Rivers, when have you ever heard him letting dudes go to Vegas and do all this stuff during the season? He went against what he believed in to lay down for these new era players, and it still backfired on him as a coach. I'm telling you for a fact that these dudes are in the locker room, bro, before the games, bro, telling the team staff, oh, I can't really go. Listen, I'm telling you, hold on, I'll tell you the truth. Because listen, if there's any player in the league that's a star player, and they come to you, what the medical staff is always going to do is come ask you how you feel and if you're ready to go. If you tell them, then they're going to hold on, because I was listening to you. I was listening to you, bro. I'm telling you stuff that I seen, bro. How you gonna tell me when I've been at NBA workouts before? I've been in 4 different NBA workouts. I don't been in these locker rooms. I don't see how stuff go. I don't see how superstars. I was with the Lakers with Kobe. Hold on, bro. I seen how Kobe and Ron Artest and all them dudes was moving, bro. When Kobe Bryant say something, that shit move. Chilltown, no, I ain't lying. When the superstars on the team say something, that shit move. Kobe will be. They literally could be in practice, and Kobe said, "Hey man, practice over with, man. Fuck it, walk off the court, all practice over with."
I don't know what we arguing about. I already said it's a balance.
My argument with you is this. Hold on, here's my argument with you. My argument with you is this: is that the players that I'm telling you about, specifically that we talking about right here, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they have had so much power in the NBA on teams that they have been on. These are the main reasons why they aren't on the court. Because if a player comes to hold on, let me finish this sentence. Let me finish this sentence, sir. Let me finish this sentence. Let me finish my sentence, sir. Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence, sir. Let me finish my sentence on our show, sir. Let me finish my sentence on our show, sir. Let me finish my sentence, sir. Let me finish. I know you want to have a come up by arguing with you.
Gifted. Let him get this off, and I'm gonna give you a chance to rebuttal. Go ahead, take it.
So all I'm saying to you is this, bro. And we can have NBA players come on here and they will all tell you, bro. Ain't no superstar in the league. Can't no medical staff when the superstars can get a whole medical staff fired based off how they react to them. If they go to the team, if Kawhi Leonard goes to the owner of the team right now and says, "Hey man, I don't like the medical staff," and that's right, they'll fire the whole medical. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Y'all want this dude on the show? Go ahead, bro. You can get this cock-ass bastard on here, man. I ain't talking to this nigga.
Hold on, Gifted. Hold on. Gifted, hold on.
I'm asking a question because it don't make sense.
Hold up. Let him finish his point. You can ask a question after he finishes his point. Go ahead, take it.
He's muted.
First of all, man, I'm going to say it like this. The proof is in the pudding. Kawhi has been pulling these stunts. Fluent, who has NBA contacts, has already came on the show and said, Fluent has already confirmed what I said, that the team is already frustrated over Kawhi with all of this stuff, bro. They bent over backwards for this dude. It's a lot of stuff they done for him that y'all don't even know that they only do for the star players. These are facts, bro. I'm telling y'all the truth, man. These dudes is running there. That's why Dr. J just said, Chilltown, the inmates is running the asylum. He just said that. They know I'm not lying, bro. I'm not coming on here lying to these people, bro. PG and them gonna say that shit because they don't want to look bad in front of the people, bro. But Chilltown know the truth, man. If Chilltown is hurting a little bit, but he know he can play, when the trainers come to him, Chill gonna say, "Oh no, I'm good and ready to go." Regardless of what he knows, if he tells them, "Nah, I don't feel like I can really go," he knows that they're gonna relate to the team.
My freshman year in college, my foot was broken, and it wasn't all the way healed. But I told him, if you tape it up, and they taped it up, and I played. Now, to Gifted's point, there has to be a balance. I get that. And I don't think that they're going to extend Kawhi Leonard. I get that part. I don't think they're going to extend Kawhi Leonard to Paul George. What I will tell you, though, is you're not going to tell me how I feel about some science. I understand who doctors are, right? I understand how doctors are, and I understand that the quote-unquote science does matter. However, I feel good. In terms of my limbs, my knees feel good. My back feels good. I can go tonight. I can play tonight. And if you're sitting me out, everybody needs to know why you're sitting me out, and they need to know it from you. It's not coming from me because I'm ready to go. And everybody needs to know that I'm ready to go. So tell everybody we're holding Leonard out because of this. Not because of him. It's because of precaution or rest. Not because he doesn't want to play, because he's ready to go. That's the logic. It's not because, yo, my back hurt tonight or I just don't feel like playing. No, I'm ready to go. And if that's true, put it out there that you were ready to go last night and they told you that we're sitting you out because of a precaution, not because you weren't ready to go. And tell everybody that, because when they see it, they're going to think that I'm load managing myself, even though they do that. They do that. Yo, I'm not playing tonight. That does happen. Yo, I'm not going tonight. That absolutely happens 100%. But when I am ready to go, however, when I am ready to go, which is the majority of the time, if I don't have any, I'm a firm believer in this. If I don't have any broken bones or torn ligaments, I'm ready to go. So with that being said, if I'm ready to go and you're holding me out, it needs to be known that you're the one holding me out, not because I can't go.
So I just want to clarify a couple things, okay? Mm-hmm. And I just want to be clear. What's frustrating me about this conversation is we're not coming to a resolution. The resolution is it's a two-way street. If you want to talk about Kawhi Leonard load managing, Kawhi literally tore his ACL the year before. So to start the season, he wanted to play. He felt like he could play. The Clippers said, "You're Kawhi Leonard. you have a degenerative knee. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you don't play certain games. He literally came back and they said, you're not ready. And he could not play basketball. But let the media tell it or other people tell it 100 times out of 100 times, Kawhi doesn't want to play. But then we see him this year in the playoffs play. And then we find out, he had a torn meniscus or like something wrong in his knee, but he was still playing through that in the playoffs. I just hate the fact that we can't just leave it at it's a two-way street because there's so much information we don't know. And I've personally read articles about Kawhi and Paul George coming out and saying their piece, but ultimately you're not going to do that every single game for an entire regular season, bro. You're not going to be in the media calling out your organization when you're trying to get more money from
we're not doing that.
That's not gonna happen.
No. Fact, and that's fact. We're not doing it. But like you just mentioned, there has to be a balance because what's also not going to happen is every time I sit out, you're not going to tell everybody that I'm sitting out because I don't want to play.
Hold on, Chitchat, that's a lie. Hold on, Chitchat, that's a lie. I can prove it. Mike did. When they tried to hold Mike out when he broke his foot, what did Mike do? He blasted their ass in the media and told him he was ready to come back. They tried to hold him out for that whole season, and Mike blasted their ass every single day until they let him play. They agreed to let him play, and then they tried to put him on them. Hold on, I'm not finished talking yet. I didn't cut you off, bro. I didn't cut you off, man. I sit here and listen to you, bro.
Flawed arguments.
Gifted, you gotta let him get it. You gotta let him get his shit off. You got.
I still here listening to you,
arguments, though, right? I know you gotta understand.
Okay, Ron. This is what I'm saying.
Keep going, keep going, Ticket.
And they go to him afterwards. But just
I listen to everything the man said, Ron. I didn't cut him off.
You talking about Jordan, Ticket. You talking about Jordan, Ticket.
That Mike and Chilltown know this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Bulls did not want to play Mike that season. They had already had their mindset that they was going to miss the playoffs and not compete that year. Right. Mike forced them to put him on court even with the broke foot. That was a year he went and scored 60-something on the Celtics in the playoffs. Right. These are facts.
Right,
so
that is a fact.
That, bro.
That is a fact. But you left out a really important part of that, though, Ticket. The important part that you left out is, in addition to them wanting to get a high draft pick, they also had, quote unquote, the science. Jay breaks that foot again. His career is over. He's done. He's not out for another season. His career is over. So because of that, they were trying to be cautious. It was a 10% chance. That's not the point.
Did he play or not?
That's not the point.
That is the point. Hold on. My whole point is that he did play though.
That's not the point. The point is the point is there was other precautions, and now there's a balance. There's a balance. I'm not just gonna go out there. I understand. I had that same injury, and there's a 10% chance that you could never play again, Jay. That's why we're holding you out because you're out. This is our profession. However, Jay actually he beat the odds. And he was able to go.
He sold his soul, Ron.
No, I did not. Just pay attention.
He sold his soul, Ron.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit's really easy, bro. He's using Michael Jordan as an example for multiple players.
I can use Mike. I can use Kobe. Hold on. I can use Mike. I can use Kobe. Damn it. Hold on. Damn it. I could even use Willis Reed flipping his ass out there when they told him don't play. Get your ass out of here, boy.
The league is right now, bro.
Real quick though. I've heard a lot of this argument, and I just want to say, like, some players, and now we've had this, we've gone back and forth about this. I know you don't agree with this ticket, but my thing about it is, at some point, we can't kill our bodies to win a basketball game. And I understand they signed the contract, and I'm with that. If you sign the contract, you need to play. That load management shit is bullshit. I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. I think you should play unless, like Chilltown said, if you got a broken bone or torn ligaments, that's what it is. And me, myself, I played through both on multiple occasions. So I'm not a fan of sitting out of basketball games. But at some point, I've played on broken bones, torn
so you will play, right?
All of that. I have before, but
I'm saying, you will play. I'm saying, hold on.
I just answered your question, Tick. I answered your question.
All right, then. You come to the same cloth as me, then.
Hold on, real quick.
Tick, I played with a broken foot. What you talking about?
Let me
I had the same injury that Jay had, and I played with a broken foot.
Hold on, real town. Hold on, Real Town. I'm not saying you ain't Real Town.
I played with a broken foot before.
Real Town. I'm not saying you ain't cut like me and Bob is cut like that. I'm not saying you not. I'm saying you capping. I'm saying you capping because you know the truth.
No, Bob is telling you now. But hold on. What the point I wanted to get to is that at some point in your career, especially when you get into your 30s, your mid 30s and stuff, at some point you got to understand, like, yo, if I want to be able to move around, like Chilltown, like how Chilltown move around still to this day, and Chilltown's still young though. I'm talking about when you get 65. Some people can't walk, bro. Some people is in wheelchairs and on crutches and walkers, but don't nobody want to live like that just to win some more basketball games. You know what I'm saying?
Ask you a question though. Would you do that to make sure your family ate forever?
That family is straight already, bro.
Ask you a question. I'll ask you that question.
I'll answer that question. I'll answer that question.
I'm talking about. I'm gonna ask you again, Ron. He will not answer this question. Would you do that if your family eat forever?
If that's what I was playing for, if I'm playing for my family to eat, relax, Gifted, relax, bro.
I always gotta relax.
Yeah, bro, because I'm talking about. Let me answer the question. When I'm saying ticket is this: if I'm in that position to where these games are gonna take food out of my kid's mouth, it's 100% without a doubt I'm gonna be out there playing. But if I'm in the financial position, and I'm not saying you should take advantage of organizations, if you can't play a season, you need to start thinking about retirement. And Kawhi Leonard, that's my dude. I love Kawhi Leonard as a player. He's one of my favorite players of all time. But he might want to hang his boots up because he it's looking like he can't get through the season. I'm like, if you know my body can't hold up for at least give me 60. If my body can't hold up for 55 and get a strong playoff run, you wasting our time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you can play through it, play through it. When I was young, I could play through it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, bro, my knees swell up. My knees swell up after about four pickup runs, bro. But I can't stop playing.
Do you feel like Bob? Do you feel like Kawhi believe that?
I don't know what Kawhi believe, but I have no idea.
I'm asking you, do you feel like Kawhi? Oh man, this boy bought the number one. Ron, you are nasty. You are messy, Ron. Ron, you are messy, boy. You are messy dude, Ron. Ron is disgusting. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Here's the thing, Ticket. Here's the thing, Ticket. I personally know I don't think he's gonna be in the league in 2 years because I don't think his body gonna hold up. I'm on record saying
I hate that. Chitchat. I love Kawhi.
I need
Kawhi.
I don't think he's gonna be in the league in 2 years. I don't think his body gonna hold up.
I agree with Ticket. I agree with Ticket. I mean,
it's about that time, bro. I think it's about that time, and I love Kawhi.
Why would I say something like that? Well, number one, he's getting older. Number two, the 3 years that he's played with the Clippers, the 4 years that he's been on the roster, he's averaged 53 games, and it's going down. It's going the other way.
He put in context because he missed all of last season because he got a significant injury. Like,
right, and the significant injury that he got gifted goes back to 2018. So it's gotten worse. This degenerative knee that he's had, it's gotten. This degenerative knee has gotten worse, and they've quote unquote they've load managed him to the point where they've tried to get him as many games as possible, and he still can't hold up. He broke down in the playoffs last year. He tore his knee up, so here we are again. What's to say that this is not going to happen with the history that we've had with him? What's to say that this is not going to happen again? I'm on the side of what history has shown me. I don't think this guy's going to hold up in 2 more years. I think his body's going to break down. I don't think that has nothing to do with his game.
I'm gonna say this.
I don't think that. I'm not saying career ending because again, what we talked about what you talked about last year, an ACL injury is a career-ending injury. At this point, I don't think it's a career-ending injury more than it is my body just won't hold up, and not necessarily. I tore my knee up again. No, I just can't do it anymore.
And I'll tell you, I can't fully agree with that because when you see Kawhi Leonard on the court in the playoffs, he was the best player in that series when he was playing. I would totally get you if the production dipped when he was on the court, but it hasn't. So at some level, when he's right, he can play. If his level drops significantly to where like he's averaging 15 points and then he's also not playing, I would get you. But a 2-year sample size based on where we are now, I just don't see that.
I'm glad you mentioned that point, Gifted. Hold on, Mookie. I'm glad you mentioned that, Gifted, because again, what are we talking about here? We're not talking about his game because his game, he still got the goods. Last year, last season, not the season that just passed, last year, he tore his knee up in the playoffs. The year before, he tore his knee up in the playoffs, missed the entire season. This season that just passed, he ended up tearing up his knee again, and he couldn't play. So what's the problem? What's the problem that we're having here? It's not my game. It's physically, I can no longer do this. That's the issue. It has nothing to do with my game because I clearly got the goods. And now we're talking about a guy 2 years later, 2 years older, which means that now this injury is advanced now. It's not the same as it was 2 years ago. It's the same thing. I'm sorry, not the same thing. It's advanced even more because it advanced from what it was in 2018. It's gotten worse then. And in 2 more years, it's going to be worse than what it is, which is why I feel like in 2 more years, I think he's going to be out the league because physically, I don't think that his body's going to be able to hold up. Not his game.
I would be with you, right? If you said that, okay, you think his game is going to lessen or like be worse off. But to me, if you say in 2 years you think Kawhi is going to be out of the league, what you're insinuating is his body can't hold up to a point where he can no longer play not a single basketball game. And I just don't feel that where Kawhi Leonard is, he's reached that level. Like we saw like post Kobe towards like his last year where it's like, okay, clearly he's broken down. Kawhi is not at that level yet. And to me, that comes with us seeing a sample size of when he's on the court, his production no longer being the same. His defense in the playoffs looked there, and he was playing injured, and he still looked at that level. When I see that caliber drop, I get you. But in 2 years' time, I personally do not believe it's a high likelihood that he will be out of the NBA. If you say 5 or 6,
it's not his ability. It's the fact that he just can't hold up.
But listen, when you say he can't hold up, that is insinuating that he can't hold up to play productive basketball.
He can't do what he can do.
He can play productive basketball if he's healthy. But that if is a major if. Yo, I was under the impression, you can go back and watch episodes. I was saying the Clippers was going to run the table this year. I had the Clippers going through. And if Paul George wouldn't have got hurt, and even I still believe if Paul George would have played, they probably make it. They make it another round at least.
They would have beat the Suns, So
if they healthy, they win the championship last year.
But I don't want to get caught up on that. I don't want to get caught up on that. The point I'm trying to make is Kawhi load managed this whole season. I think they did a perfect job of getting him right and preparing that team to get to the playoffs. Obviously, Paul George gets hurt, so that they lost some points with that. But they still had Kawhi healthy and they still had a good supporting cast. I'm like, okay, they're still going to beat the Suns without him or without Paul George. Then Kawhi comes, he balls out the first game. We like, oh yeah, okay. And then what was it? The second game he balled out as well.
Yeah, both games he was absolutely good in.
Amazing. And then the third game, it was like,
didn't play.
Kawhi's not playing. It was kind of at that point where I was like, yo. This is
Gifted, even if the skill set is still there, none of that matters if physically I can't hold up.
Exactly my point.
Well, as good as that,
but that does not mean that he's going to be out of the league, though, because I'm telling you, Kawhi wants to play basketball. Kawhi being out of the league, if you're saying that it's so untenable, he's not going to be able to play. What you're also saying is it gets to a point where Kawhi himself is saying, I don't want to play basketball because of this. I can't do it no more.
He wants to play.
Gifted. I saw a guy in Brandon Roy 2 years before he retired. He was on an All-NBA team. On the All-NBA team 2 years before
why
he
you comparing Brandon Roy to Kawhi?
Because he was an All-NBA performer.
No, but
the reason why he was an All-NBA guard, an All-NBA guard on a playoff team who 2 years later was out the league, not because his game, but because physically he just couldn't hold up. That's the thing. It has nothing to do with his game. And that's why I feel like I don't think about his game. I'm thinking about physically his ability to hold up. And one of the things that I know for a fact as being a former ball player, when I can't do what I used to be able to do at that level continuously, I can't do it anymore.
Now, chill. What I'm trying to get you to understand, right? The reason why I'm going to his game is I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard. If you are a basketball player and you know, hey, I might not be healthy enough to get through an entire season, and I'm also getting hurt in the playoffs. But if you still believe that in your heart of hearts, when you out there on the floor, you can play at that level, then you individually, you individually, right? You believe in yourself enough to keep playing, right? The question is, are you saying Kawhi's confident? Is his confidence going to wane to a point where he believes the injuries are too much for him to overcome? Because if that's not the case, if Kawhi's still confident within himself to play basketball, guess what? Kawhi Leonard is going to play basketball more than 2 years. That's my point.
Sure. It's not about confidence. It's about that paycheck.
Which is
it's about that paycheck. If as long Kawhi knows, as long as there's somebody dumb enough to sign him to them that max dollars, he's gonna sit around and he don't care what none of us got to say about it. He's gonna keep collecting that paycheck. Now I'm not a fan of that. What I would consider though is somebody being realistic with Kawhi and letting him know, like, yo, you're not the same Kawhi you used to be. Maybe it's time to start thinking about taking a lesser role. Maybe it's time to start playing 20 minutes again. Maybe it's time to start. Maybe it's time.
What are you talking about?
That's stupid. Hold on, Mookie. I'm not gonna yell and go back and forth with you like that. I'm not in the mood.
Listen, roll.
What I will say is this. That's at this point, that's pretty much his only option, bro. He's still good enough to listen. He's still good enough to be the main player on a championship team. Kawhi Leonard is still a top 10 talent in the NBA. I'm not saying that. What y'all are acting like you're oblivious to, and I don't understand how you two is the only niggas in the world that haven't seen Kawhi Leonard can't hold up for a whole season. I'm a bigger Kawhi Leonard fan. I'm doing that.
Nobody not saying
I'm a bigger Kawhi Leonard fan than Mookie is. And y'all can, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like he
I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I believe Kawhi can still do what he did in 2019. That is nonsense. That's you're being naive and borderline ignorant. You're being naive and borderline ignorant to keep sitting up here having this conversation for so long, bro.
Hey, Ron, let me say this.
It's dead, bro. It's dead. This conversation is more dead than Kawhi's knees, bro. This conversation is more dead than Kawhi's knees, bro.
He did do that.
Okay, listen. The reason why I think this is such a weird convo to have is because what we're talking about are so many factors we do not have the answers to. Because ultimately, regardless of what
stop right there.
says,
such
as a player's confidence, their mental health as that relates to the injuries that they are suffering, the level of play that they feel confident in terms of, can I get to my same spot? Can I elevate the same? Can I shoot at the same level? Right. These are the factors we do not have the answers to. My main thing is this. If you're saying at a baseline level, you don't think Kawhi Leonard is going to be in the NBA in 2 years, the thing, like the barrier of entry that has to be passed for that is Kawhi has to say, I'm not confident in myself to play basketball. And I don't believe that, considering we saw him play through injury to win a title. We saw last year he was hurt with no Paul George and was the best player in that series when he played. So I do not believe in 2 years his confidence is going to get shot, unless you're saying he suffers a significant injury to where he can't play anymore.
I didn't say anything. Can I ask you a question, Gifted? I want to ask you a question. Do you and Mookie think that Kawhi Leonard at this point can carry a team in the NBA?
Yes.
That's why I agree with Bob. Hold on. That's why I agree with Bob. I don't think he can. I don't think Kawhi Leonard can ever carry a team like that again because of his injury history. I don't think he can.
What do you mean when you say carry a team? Are you saying
be the leader? You think because he has to because he's going to have to be the main leader. He's going to be the main guy on that Clippers team if they win a championship. Do you think he can do that still?
I don't think they're good enough. Honestly, I think there's better teams.
Okay, well, Mookie says yes.
I think Kawhi Leonard is good enough to make a deep postseason run as the best player.
No, I ain't say that. I say you think he's good enough to win the chip.
Is the Clippers good enough to win the chip?
No, is Kawhi Leonard leading the Clippers good enough to win the chip? The Clippers team y'all got right now good enough?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think he's
good enough.
Keep going, Mo.
No, I'm talking about Bob. I'm talking about what you saying, Bob. I'm talking about health-wise. Is he good enough health-wise to be able to carry the team through a deep postseason run? To a deep season run and a deep postseason run, because Ty Lue said he wanted to play more games.
That's the question that we got to consider.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
But if we, I don't know. If we looking at terms of talent and production. And how
I ain't saying we're talking about in terms of health. That's all we're talking about here. We're not questioning Kawhi's game. We're questioning his health, bro. That's the problem.
Okay, that's something that I don't know. I don't know.
I don't understand how I can tell you. Okay, you know what?
We go all based on what we seen.
And not only that, which is fair, Gifted. But I'm talking from the perspective of a basketball player who has dominated on the court, and the fact that physically I can't do what I used to be able to do consistently like I did 2 years ago, like I did 3 years ago. And to have to stand in front of somebody who I know, or have to stand in front of people who I know, I will kick your ass on a regular basis. And I can't do that I used to be.
Great point right there. Perfect. This is where I want to ask you this, right? What in these 2 games Kawhi play in the playoffs? How comparable is that to 2019 in your mind?
When I watched him, he looked like he looked like
It's not comparable it's not comparable because we only played 2 games. He only played 2 games.
No.
I know where you're going, Gifted. He looked
I'm
like
looking at eye test, like is he getting to his
in these
spot?
2 games. In these 2 games, before I found out about his knee, physically, he looked like he was on his way to being the best player in the playoffs. He looked like that. Okay. However, he broke down. And because he broke down physically and mentally, now that starts to get to me like, damn, I don't think I can do it no more. Physically, my game is fine. I'm still better than you and you. But physically, I'm not going to be able to do it. Now, we're talking about not this season. We're talking about 2 more years later.
Right.
And now this degenerative knee I have is now even more degenerative.
And that is why it's such a hard combo, because we don't know the scope of how bad it's going to be in 2 years.
And it's not just this. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's why I understand what you're saying, because you were saying I'm betting on the other side of things based on where the knee is at, right? What I am saying is I don't know. Because considering where Kawhi was and how he was playing, in my opinion, you can definitely compare that to 2019 Kawhi in terms of the 3-point shooting, the bounce, the rim pressure, the blocks. He looked the exact same, considering he was playing through the same injury that was plaguing him in 2019. So when you have to guess and say, okay, for the next 2 years, what is that going to be? What you specifically said is the mental side. And that's the biggest combination of this entire conversation. The mental side is Kawhi thinking, damn, I went through this entire season. I wanted to play. They low managed me. I couldn't play. I finally get to the playoffs. I'm hooping, but then I get hurt again. Is that gonna break him? Because if it doesn't, he will play for more than
Gifted.
2 years.
Have you ever had?
Let me say this right quick, because I gotta head out in a few. The sit there and make the claim saying that Kawhi Leonard's gonna be out the lead in the next 2 years, but we gotta factor in the fact that Kawhi Leonard came off of 2 major leg injuries, right? Not only came back for 2 major leg injuries, right? But we seen him come back, made a deep postseason run to the NBA Finals, putting up historical numbers in the playoffs, in combination of that in the regular season, right?
No, he didn't.
No,
we did not see that.
You a liar, Mookie. When he do that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
When Mookie?
When he tore his quad, when he fucked up his quad in San Antonio, right? He came back the following
10
year.
years ago.
He came back the following year, right, in 18 and 19, where he got traded to Toronto, made a deep postseason run in the NBA to the NBA Finals, put up historical numbers as well, and won an NBA championship
6 years ago,
right? Then after he torn his ACL, right, in the since late December into January into the end of the regular season, the man was having he was peaking as a mid-range scorer.
So his ACL in the playoffs. That's not true. So his ACL in the playoffs in the semifinals. By the way,
no, I said after that. After he tore his ACL this year, right? He was putting up some great numbers in the regular season, and then in the 2 games in the playoffs, he was looking like the normal Kawhi Leonard, right?
Right.
On pace of having another historical playoff runs, right? I won't sit there and come out my mouth and sit there and say that this man Kawhi Leonard in the next 2 years will be out of the NBA when I've seen this man come from 2 major leg injuries and putting up historical numbers in the playoffs, bro. I just want to sit there and do that. I hate this. We have to criticize, or a player has to come out there and tell us if he's injured or if he's hurt or not, bro. That's to the basketball player, bro. That's what they do to the other players as well, right? That's up to them. We don't know what's going on to their body, bro. We don't know that they're facing these major significant injuries.
Especially when Kawhi doesn't even talk about media. All he wants to do is play basketball, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's all he wants to do.
Even if all he. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mo. Keep going.
So what I'm saying is that, right? Obviously it's frustrating because we want to see Kawhi Leonard play basketball. We want to see Kawhi Leonard on the court, and we want to see him dominating, bro, right? But it also is that as fans, we get into this like hole where we just blame players for them being injured, right? And I'm not going to do that, because at the end of the day, I played sports, bro, and I know how tough it is to make your body go 200, 300 miles per hour, bro, and you're getting injured, right? And you obviously want to be there for your team and stuff like that. To sit there and come up to this notion as he don't care and he just don't want to play. When Kawhi came out there so many times, sitting there and said, I want to play and I want to be on the court, but the medical staff has been holding me back. The organization has been holding me back.
I want to be on record, making sure I didn't say that.
That's a fact.
So like I said, bro, I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm not gonna blame a player for something that he can't control, bro.
Right, and Gifted. What I want to do is I want to also reiterate in addition to this degenerative knee. So now we're talking about 2 years later. In addition to that, we're also going to have other injuries. Now, I don't mean a career-ending injury. So we're going to compound that with other injuries because I'm older now, right? I'm not still 28 years old. I'm not still 29 years old.
Don't let this buffoon off the hook. He don't get it. He don't do that with LeBron James. When LeBron James get hurt, he say he faking an injury. So why he talking about we ain't gonna do that with Kawhi? When LeBron James was hurt, I said LeBron James faked the foot injury this past year. I got you on tape. Hold on.
I didn't do that.
I got you on tape. Hey, Ron, see this is the cap that comes with Dookie.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Mookie said that LeBron James.
I ain't gonna lie.
Did you not say LeBron James faked the injury?
Not gifted.
You do not. Hold on.
Did you say that? Yes or no?
Hold on. Ron, ask Mookie. Hey, Mookie, did LeBron James fake the foot injury?
Man, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
Ticket, did he say that?
No.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Hold on. Chill town. So he gonna tell us how dare we think this about Kawhi. But this dude, he the same dude that said LeBron James faked the foot injury.
No, I did not. Bro, you didn't hear me on tape saying that shit, bro.
Hey, Mookie, I saved your video.
If you got him on tape, we gotta put it out there. If you got him on tape, put it out there.
Bro, you
and then he said LeBron James. And then he said LeBron James faked the injury in the finals.
No,
he said
I did not. I didn't say nothing like that, bro.
I got everybody listening to telling y'all no, I ain't lying. I got him on tape.
I ain't say that shit. Well,
then he said, hold on. Then he said, hold on. Not only that. Hold on. Not only that. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, chill down. I'm gonna tell you how far he went. He then said LeBron James fake having cramps in the NBA Finals with the Miami Heat. I got him on tape saying that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I just want to know real quick though, Gifted, Mookie, how many knee surgeries have y'all had?
I haven't had a knee surgery.
All right. So I want to say this. I want to say this. Don't nobody want to be getting cut up every season, every off season, but that recovery shit is not cool. I'm talking about them first 3 days, all the medicine, everything they give you, you still gonna be crying.
I agree.
I'm talking about Gifted. I'm talking about literal tears. You wake up at 2-3 in the morning screaming in pain, bro. Don't nobody want to deal with that
I never got surgery, but like I tore my meniscus, so
what I'm saying, Gifted, is this. What I'm saying is this. Hold on, real quick, Mookie, real quick. What I'm trying to say is that shit is mentally draining. It's exhausting. Yes. And then check it out. When you're 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", walking around on crutches all day ain't cool either. But on top of that, you can't even get on the crutches for a couple of weeks. You bedridden. And then you got to in order to not feel that excruciating pain that make you want to cry, you got to take pills that be having you loopy like damn. Don't nobody want to do that shit, bro. What I'm saying is, hold on. Let me finish real quick.
But again,
hold on,
that's why I said earlier.
Gifted, you don't get what I'm saying if I'm not done. Let me finish.
Okay.
Bro, nobody. I don't care how much you love basketball, how much you don't want to let your fans down, how much you want to be a stand-up guy, how much you want to fulfill your contract. When them doctors get to cutting on your knee over and over and over, bro, that shit is not what you want to go through, bro. You're not going to enjoy that, bro.
Hey, hold on, Big Guys. I'm gonna say this, Big Guys. I'm gonna say this to your point, Big Guys. To your point, Big Guys, and I respect everything you say. I respect your passion. You know what I'm saying? You're very, very confident in what you're saying, right? But I'm gonna also say this too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Why is it people? And I'm not talking about y'all on the panel, right? I'm just talking about the regular, consistent basketball fans that ain't never played sports or ain't never experienced no surgery. How is okay for them to come out there and crucify a guy having a significant injury that requires surgery, to sit there and say that he's faking an injury, or to sit there and say that he's not really hurt or he don't want to play? How is it okay for them to come out there and call out these athletes that their body's going 200, 300 miles per hour and they're getting significant ACL, Achilles surgery, right? And it's okay for them to come out there and say, oh, he just don't want to play, or he's soft, or he ain't never been through that. Like, how is it okay for them to do that?
Mook, did you just hold on, Big Ops. Mook, Ticket, did he say that about LeBron James? Yes or no?
No.
You know he said it, man. Man, I got it on tape. I got hold on, come on.
That's
chill
them
down.
too. Ain't got nothing to do with
I literally have video on tape.
I thought we were talking about
that, Mook. You can't lie about that, Mook.
That's what I'm saying. Because for Mook to criticize other people for saying that about them, and then for you to turn around and
say that, bro. Damn, bro. Why you always agree with everything this nigga say, man?
I ain't saying I'm not agreeing with it. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I
Mookie.
said Hey,
Tiki, you drop my tape. You drop my takes, Mr. Layup.
I'm gonna tell you what Mookie do. What Mookie do is he put the videos on hide as soon as I call him out. So when you try to go back and pull it up, it ain't there because he put it on hide on his channel. When LeBron James had the knee injury, or when LeBron James had the foot injury this past season, the very next day Mookie said it was fake. I was on his channel.
No, I didn't hide. I didn't say that, bro. I
agree with you. Hold on, talk about. I was going to go on. I agree with you.
Like you say he did it.
Somebody in here lying.
That's
not saying shit. What are y'all lying?
Hold on.
I agree with him.
Hold on. If LeBron James had a significant injury, I won't come out there and call that out or say he's faking an injury. If it's a significant ACL, a foot injury that requires surgery, I won't sit there and call that out, sit there and say that's a faking an injury. I don't do that. I don't even do that. Hold on. I don't even do that shit with hold on. I don't even do that shit with AD. And AD has knick-knack, tic-tac injuries, an elbow injury.
So with that being said, because he didn't have surgery on his foot, right? Because he didn't have an ace, was he faking an injury?
Who, LeBron?
Yes, but he didn't have surgery on his foot. Was he faking an injury?
No. Did I say he was faking an injury?
That's all I want to know.
Okay. Guys, I was going to take what I was going to take.
Let's get back
to basketball. I agree with him.
Like, bro, it's hard for me to have these conversations because we're talking about a player's mental. It's all mental. If Kawhi is cooked mentally off of what he's going through, then he might, for all I know,
that matters though, my man. I mean, being a ball player and being a former ball player, I can imagine what you're going through mentally because I've had a significant injury, so I can understand when you have a broken ball. I'm sure I'm not Kawhi Leonard. Okay,
that's not true. What
I understand
I'm saying is the resolution of this argument will go nowhere because the 2 years haven't happened yet, and we do not know.
That's speculation. That's what speculation is.
This is all speculation. We talking about injuries, bro. It's all speculation. Like
that's what we're doing here.
From how good is this player on the court?
I remember when Kawhi was. I remember when Kawhi Leonard was struggling in the the start of the year, right? Where
I remember
he was coming off the bench, and people sat there and said, "Bro, he's done. He's washed. He should retire." You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then saying that, you got Brian Windhorst quote on ESPN said Kawhi don't look the same. He should retire. He's done. And then from December until the end of the year, he was looking like Kawhi Leonard that we know in the past. When he was healthy, he was a top 3 player, top 5 player in the NBA. He was looking like that. So I'm like, and I've seen this guy come off of major injuries. I'm not going to sit there and say that the next 2 years he's done for the NBA, because I do think Kawhi Leonard has a deep postseason run in him, and I do think that with Tyronn Lue coming to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George saying they're going to take the regular season more serious, so they won't be able to be in a position late in the season where they have to, fight for seed and trying to be in the playoffs or trying to be in a top 5 seed in the NBA. They can take it more serious, which is crazy for Tyronn Lue to say it now. But you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not gonna sit there.
Gifted, your logic is that he has another significant injury, which is career ending.
Yeah,
in terms of him having now, and I'm just thinking about the injuries that he already has. I'm just thinking about those things compounding and just being more, just being more now, as opposed to what it was in 2018 or in 2019. Now my knee hurts even more. Now my shoulder hurts even more.
And that's why earlier to you, Chill, I said like the rate of that acceleration in these 2 years, again, is another thing we do not know. If you're saying that it's going to get so progressively worse that he just can't play, guess what? We don't know that to be true or not. I don't know what the value of his knee is and the rate at which it's going to disintegrate in the next 2 years. What I do know, though, is for a player to walk away from the game, you have to mentally say, I'm done. You have to mentally quit and acknowledge that your body is going through too much for you to play. And my question for that is what Kawhi has done so far in his career is he's come back and played through that. Now, can things change in 2 years? Sure. but I have not seen signs of him doing that because it could have happened this season. He could have said, you know what, I don't feel right. I'm not going to play these 2 games in the playoffs, but he did. So as of right now, we don't know. Okay, but Ron,
his body broke down.
Ron.
It's like a boxer. You can only take so many hits before it's a wrap.
Ron, I will bet you $500 right now he will not quit in 2 years. We can just leave it there.
So now you want to make bets, Gifted.
Because
now you want to make bets.
Right. Take it right now.
No, here's the thing. I'll take the bet, but you just got to take Ticket's bet too.
Stop real quick. Why I'm saying that?
Accept Ticket's bet, I'll accept yours.
Keep going. I'm listening to you, Gifted. I'm with you, Gifted. I'm with you, Gifted.
Why I'm saying this right here is because how I'm looking at it, I'm viewing it from a perspective of the player's confidence waning. My question for you, Ron, is specifically, are you saying Kawhi mental is going to reach a point where it's too low that discounting a significant injury, let's just say he misses 30 games in the next 2 years per season over and over, right? But he's still playing. Are you saying randomly he's just going to say, you know what, I can't do it no more, I quit, I'm leaving the game? Because that's what
at 34 years old. At 34 years old,
it's not about
it's possible, but that's what the conversation. What we're talking about is Kawhi leaving the game, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about Kawhi Leonard, right? Thinking to himself, I've gone through too much to still play basketball in 2 years. And to me, that would the terms of that happening would be Kawhi sustaining another big injury to where it's like, okay, I've already gone through all this. I got this one too. It's too much. I'm out. Right?
Or the injury that he or the injuries that he keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. What I'm saying is if we're saying Kawhi Leonard does not sustain another significant injury and it's just miss game here, miss game there, I still think Kawhi plays. It has to be something
that's another major.
I'm glad you brought that up.
This is an if conversation, which is why I don't want to have a conversation because it goes nowhere. You can be right, I can be right. It's bullshit. We're not talking nothing about basketball. It's does the player want to play or not? Okay.
But I could want to play Gifted, but if physically I can't do it anymore, then it doesn't make a difference whether or not I want to play.
Yes, but you're painting it to where he's in a position to be in that light, and we don't know that. We don't know that.
How do we not know that? We just saw in the playoffs. He wanted to play. I couldn't play.
He
last year in the 22 season, he wanted to play. Physically, I couldn't do it. In the playoffs in 21, he wanted to play.
And then he wanted to play in 2019 when they won the title, and he played for that, and they won the title, right?
And that was 5 years ago, right? So now, and that was 5 years ago. So now what we've done is we've gone from 2019 to moving further. So in 21, he couldn't play because why? I broke down. 22, I broke down. Last season, I broke down. I couldn't play. So now I'm getting older. So my speculation is in 2 years, this thing is going to progress even more. Add that to the fact that we're going to have even more injuries. I'm not even talking about his knee. So now I'm older.
So you hoping, you're hoping more it's going to be more injuries for the proof.
I'm not hoping anything. I'm not hoping anything.
No, listen. Chill is not hoping anything. I'm not saying that Chill, right? But what I'm saying is, like you said, right? To me, what I'm saying is it would have to take a pile of other injuries afflicting him to make him maybe be in that position to feel mentally broken to leave the game, is what I'm saying.
You're talking about this man.
Why he's going to miss games and he's not sustaining those injuries, I still think he plays.
Gifted, his mental has nothing to do with this. When your body is done, do you understand his knees are degenerative?
Kobe Bryant literally said,
his knees are degenerative. Do you know what that means? No. Do you know what that means? I'm not even talking about the ACL.
Yeah, but y'all make it seem like his knees are worse than Brandon.
I'm not talking about none of that.
Gifted, what I want to do. Gifted, what I want to do is I want to get back to basketball and what we were talking about.
I would love to talk about basketball. That would be great. So,
because this goes into that. This is why I said about Kawhi Leonard, because why they won't extend him, simply because the production won't be there. Because the production won't be there, because I've already broken down. You've seen what you've seen from him from the period of time you've seen it. So last season, when he gets on the court and they basically work him back slowly, and then he breaks down. Well, the kind of money that Kawhi Leonard is going to ask for is what he's going to command in 2 years when the salary cap goes up, right? TV money, all of that good stuff. With that all being said, him not being physically able to do it is why the Clippers are looking at him going, we can't extend this guy.
I think it's the availability of both of their stars, given their injury history, their age, and also their level of play, considering what they've been able to succeed at on that roster for the past 2 years. So logically for the Clippers, it makes sense to not just want to say, let's give Kawhi everything he wants. They're in the process of negotiating because it's a business. So to me, it makes a lot of sense for the Clippers to not want to extend. But I'm not going to sit up here and say without a shadow of a doubt they're not going to extend these guys, because realistically, they just got a brand new arena. Are you telling me that in one offseason, you're down to just not extend Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? Maybe to not the contracts they want, but maybe there's some compromise where they come together and take team-friendly deals or something in between. Because my thing with the Clippers is you traded all your assets for these two guys. So letting them walk is dumb from a business perspective, because you have no assets to rebuild with.
Right.
None.
And which is go ahead, Mo.
And I'm gonna say this too. I think for part of them not, extending Kawhi right now is because they also want to see, they obviously the Clippers think that when Kawhi Leonard and Paul George is healthy, they're good. You know what I'm saying? But I just think for the reason why they not extending them now, like get the basically sat there and said is that they in the process of negotiating the contract, right? And they also want to see how Kawhi Leonard and Paul George can be healthy throughout a totality of a deep postseason run, and especially in the regular season, them actually playing majority of those games in the regular season. I think that if they go to the playoffs and they can make out a deep postseason run as well, I think that the Los Angeles Clippers can probably be more intrigued of re-signing Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But like I said there and said, bro, they're going to that new stadium in the Intuit Dome. I believe it was the 2024-2025 season. They need Kawhi Leonard and Paul George there to sell out seats, right? They don't want to get rid of Kawhi
sell out seats if they don't play, Mookie.
I'm saying, but
It's a better chance they trade Kawhi, Ron. It's a better chance they trade Kawhi to give him. Come on,
0 games now.
That's a fact, Ticket. They might as well just trade him, brother.
Hey, Bob, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Kawhi and Paul George. I wouldn't be surprised.
Then who the hell they going to promote to sell out that new arena?
What difference does it make if we trade them and they're not available?
Who gonna put people on the seats, man?
Paul George.
Who gonna put people on the seats?
Paul George, 47 games in 4 years he's been with the Clippers. 47 games, Mookie.
Magic sell out their arena. They might not sell it.
47 games, Mookie, in the 4 years Paul George been with the Clippers. 47 games per season.
Yeah, Brandon Boston. Yeah, Brandon.
Let me ask you a question, Mookie. Let me ask you a question. Let's say for some reason you end up in LA for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? When the arena's done, 2024 season, you're in LA. You know, you chilling in Santa Monica. Notification comes on your phone. Boom. The Lakers finna play. I mean, not the Lakers. I'm sorry. The Clippers finna play. You want to go to the game. And Kawhi and Paul George are both in street clothes on the sideline. Kawhi ain't even on the bench. He's sitting up in the box with like he owned the team. You're gonna go to the game, Mookie?
No. That don't make sense for me going. I'm still gonna go. Hold on. Are we forgetting about Ron? Wait, bro.
Real quick. I'm sorry, but I need you to understand the conversation we're having right now. We're literally talking about an individual situation of if you're gonna go to a game or not. When some people go to games because they like the overall roster or the visiting team, there's many other factors involved in this.
And that's right. That's right. Mookie talking about they need those two to sell out the arena. That's not the fact of the matter.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not on the roster, and you know that as a fan, they're not on the roster, and you know that at the best, you got Brandon Boston and some other younger guys playing. You don't have no real star talent coming in because you traded your assets. You are going to be at a much bigger loss than if you have Kawhi and Paul George on the roster.
That means y'all don't think. Hold on. So that means hold on. Hey, Gifted. Here's why you're not so gifted. That means you don't think y'all gonna get done for Kawhi. That means it's my show, sucker. Then shut the hell up. It's my show. Shut the hell up. It's my show. Shut your ass up. It's my show. Shut your ass up. This my show. This my show. This my show, boy. This my show. Get them cataracts straight. Get them cataracts straight, guys. Get them cataracts straight, guys, boy. Get them cataracts straight.
Let me answer this question.
Look straight to the camera. Look straight to the camera. Look straight to the camera. Don't look into the corner. Look into the camera. Look straight into the camera.
Ron, unfortunately,
Gifted.
I want to continue this conversation. Unfortunately, I got to bounce, but Gifted.
Don't bounce. Hey, chill down. Ain't my fault. He looking at 4 different people at the same time. Look straight into the camera.
Gifted. You gonna be back Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
All right, chill. He gonna come back on Wednesday. We'll continue this conversation.
I definitely want to continue this conversation. This is good stuff. So absolutely.
Right quick, I will answer your question though. Obviously, if Paul George acquire on the roster and it's a potential of them playing and it's a chance of them playing and you know that they may play tonight, of course they're going to sell more tickets. And in the games that they do play, of course they're going to sell more tickets. But with that all being said, is it even worth it for the Clippers as an organization to keep these guys to sell a couple tickets?
If they trade Kawhi and Paul George, Ron, they getting assets. They're going to get some assets in return.
Exactly.
That's going to make somebody come watch.
Cool.
Who?
That's fine. I think when
Kawhi can come off the bench first.
That's you proving our point about Kawhi. You proving he don't have no more value.
No picks.
He got value, but they not getting nobody in the level of return of Kawhi that's going to sell out tickets. I mean,
why? Because he got broke down ass knees. That's why.
What?
Oh, y'all biased as hell,
bro. It just.
How I'm biased, bro? You clearly just not listening, bro. This is the most delusional conversation we've had in a long time.
You said you said nothing crazy. Okay,
I'm not saying. I know. I didn't say nothing crazy, bro. All this shit just makes sense, bro. All this shit just makes sense.
Cooking, my guy.
Ain't nobody trying to cook. I'm trying to talk about basketball. I'm not trying to cook. I'm trying to talk about basketball.
The PC community hates Kawhi, so they're gonna.
I don't hate Kawhi, nigga. I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan, but it's obvious, and y'all just acting delusional. Like,
no, we're not.
Ron, you just decided you didn't want to host today. I had to sit here for an hour and a half listening to the same shit.
I would like to talk about something else.
Talk about something else, nigga. You keep talking about it's the mental.
Yes, because it is mental.
His knees are broken, dude. His knees are broken, dude. It's crazy, bro.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right,
it was broken, and then he had a store.
Yeah, 5 years ago, Mookie. It's not the same Kawhi.
No, but he
tried, and he was going crazy. He has the talent. I said that already. Talent-wise, he's still top 10 to me. But what's the point of having a cat that can give you 38 games for 2 games in the playoffs and then he can't play no more? That doesn't make any sense,
Bob,
bro.
Then they got mad at you, Bob, when you said why not he don't just take a lesser role, which would help his career more. Then Mookie had enough of him. He had it hard to get mad about that. Nigga, he should take a less role. If you can't carry the load, you keep getting hurt. Why not take a less role?
That could be the best player on the championship team to take a fucking lesser role. What the fuck?
Shit.
What the hell?
Nigga, he can't stay healthy. Hold on, Ron. If you can't stay healthy,
it don't matter how talented he is.
Oh my god, we asking the guy.
Gifted. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me you would sign prime Michael Jordan right now if you know he could only play in the first round?
Come on.
No. Look. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You're in the playoffs and you're trying to win a championship. You're not trying to sell seats. If you're trying to sell seats, you're trying to win a championship. Do you sign prime Michael Jordan to win a championship if he can only play one round?
No, because I'm not going to be able to win a title.
So
I never said anything
doing with
different.
Kawhi then?
Bro, the only point I've been making about the Kawhi Leonard situation was in reference to him not playing more than 2 years. That has nothing to do with championships. Is he going to play or not? That's all I've been talking about. And y'all been making some shit that it's not. If Chill says, I don't think Kawhi is going to play in 2 years, Chill is not talking about a championship. He means the NBA as a whole. He means he can't play against the Charlotte fucking Hornets. That's what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying, Gifted. That's not what he's saying. That is not what he's saying, bro. What he's saying is, talent-wise, yes, he could play. He could play. He would still be better than pretty much everybody. But if he can't, hold on. Because we're not getting nowhere. You niggas keep yelling over each other. We're not getting nowhere. What I'm saying is Chilltown is saying that as talent-wise, he's still a top-tier player. But if the guy breaks down every year, even after load managing, then no, it doesn't make sense to keep paying him this money. It doesn't make sense for him to keep putting his body through this because like I explained to you earlier, You don't want to keep getting surgery every year, bro. Nobody wants to do that. I'm sure Kawhi Leonard eventually is going to be tired of it, just like most people are. You're shaking your head like it don't make no sense. You just don't want it to make sense, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even know if he bounced back from this injury. A knee injury is serious, bro.
This shit, we wasted valuable time, bro. We wasted valuable time.
I promise
you,
you,
about the same
He went back-to-back all seasons.
He told me that. Y'all
Let
told
me
me
tell
that
Ox what he's saying. Can I tell Ox what I think he's saying real quick?
Me and Chitchat had this conversation a bunch of times, bro. I don't need you to tell me. Chitchat already told me how
what you're saying is I don't understand what you're saying. It's not true. You're saying the same thing everywhere.
I'm not saying you don't understand. I'm saying this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous.
Yes, it is. So we should talk about something else. I agree. Now, can we do that?
Nigga, I sat here and didn't say nothing for 20 minutes while y'all two was yelling at Ticket and Chilltown about some shit that obviously you don't care about.
Because y'all niggas think that.
All right, fellas, let's do it. Damn. All right. But in defense,
Damn.
All right, y'all. It's a lot of super chat, so we're just gonna go ahead and piggyback off
Bob,
those.
Ron. I'm making that known, Ron. I stand with Bob on this. Bro. I'm making that known.
The way y'all started the show, I didn't know y'all was gonna end the show on the same side.
I don't hate Bob. He a good dude. He a good dude. I don't hate Bob, but I stand with him on this shit. How the hell you gonna expect somebody to keep breaking down to lead a team? Man, get out of here. Bob was right. Take a lesser role or retire. Take a lesser role and let somebody else carry the load and be the main guy or retire.
And do you think that's gonna? And you think that's?
Hey, he could come back up Keegan Murray. Shit, I'm with that.
All right, y'all. I got a
think that's gonna?
I'm with that.
I got a super chat from MC Robinson. He said, "Did anyone see Shaq's team, Olympiacos Piraeus, offer to sign Kendrick Nunn?"
Hell yeah, that's fire.
Is that an overseas team?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So, hey, Olympiacos outside the NBA, that's I would say it's the best team in the world.
Okay.
But I mean, it's looking like Kendrick Nunn might not be in the league. I don't think he's fielded any offers or anything significant. So who knows? He may go play in the EuroLeague next year. But to answer your question, MC, Kendrick Nunn and Shaq could be crazy. Be smooth with a not so smooth super chat talking about I need to cook Ron in 1v1 at the next one. Hey, be smooth.
Be smooth a cookie, Ron.
Don't hurt yourself. hey, you better do it. Hey, you better do what Tiki did, all right?
Ron, stop playing with my name.
Yeah, Tiki, I didn't mean that as a diss. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get that man some sound advice, bro. Hey, because Tiki, as quiet as it's kept, I got my money on. I'm not gonna sway the house.
Good.
Lieben Ali said Mars equals Steve Nash.
Mars. Man, Mars came in here and trashed all the American food. Ain't nobody say nothing.
And bro, that would have turned into one of this Kawhi Leonard argument. We would have gotten nowhere with that.
Man, that man said that wings was trash. He said, I don't know what wings he was eating.
He ordered Wingstop, but he got some trash ass flavors though. Talking about, I've never tried this, so I'm gonna order this. Said Mars, like, all right, you can do that if you want to. Dub got him out here eating McDonald's. Mike, you just
oh wow.
It's just ridiculous,
like, you can't say Seattle got trash food and you go to Wingstop and McDonald's. How'd that work?
I tried to take the kid to Mimos. He talking about I want to go to sleep.
Another super chat from Anime Lecture Hall said Ox was just cooking. Fire emojis. Drink More Water said, who was the most rowdy out of everybody there?
J-Rob, nigga, what?
Nah, Bama got a horse in the race too. It was either these football niggas, they just wired differently. Bama and J-Rob, they was on 100 the whole weekend.
Headbutting each other. What type of niggas sit around headbutting each other?
Like y'all don't got your helmets on.
Shit.
Eli the Misfit said Michael Ox Gilchrist, but better. Or but butter.
You talking about the jumper. Talking about
your jumper butter.
Oh shit.
NV said show us some of your film, Ticket.
Google it, nigga.
There you go. Taquay White said, Ticket of Ox got Gawker laughing my ass off on that meat, man.
You didn't have to
Or on
read
that man
Ron.
meat. Shums said, "How you pick up the baddie without leaving the crib?" I think he was talking about Mars.
Oh shit! Oh
Hey,
shit!
y'all had a baddie out there. I can't really say nothing on air about it though, Ron.
See, weekend shit happens.
No.
Tony Jean Claude said, "Ticket washing everybody in PC on the court." Facts.
Ron,
Eli the
can we play
Misfit
girls
said,
one-on-one? Can we play
what?
girls one-on-one too? Can we play girls one-on-one in basketball too?
Hey, the next PC weekend Punta Cana. We doing that.
Dunking
Oh,
on
yeah.
shit.
Oh. Mm.
Hey, I'm Zion
Tomahawk.
Williamson.
I'm
Tomahawk.
Zion Williamson is crazy. Oh, man.
Hey, what Bob dunking on Mariah Miller?
Ha!
Eli the Misfit said, this is bad hoops. Ticket was right.
Oh shit!
Yo, if I get up, hey, if me and Bob get together, bro, that shit gonna be pay-per-view, bro. Y'all gonna love that shit, man. Cause I really do. I rock with Bob. Y'all think I hate Bob? I don't. I just talk shit to him because we push each other. But that dude is a funny cat, though, dog. Bob, you yanked the boy out of his seat.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we gonna get it in, y'all. Y'all gonna love this shit. Wait till next PC.
Eli the Misfit said, "PC got to come to Miami."
Shit. PC week in Miami. That's fire.
Hey, it's gonna be PC weekend Miami, PC weekend obviously New York, PC weekend Atlanta with Low Down in the house, PC weekend Dallas. Gifted, where you at?
I'm in Detroit.
Oh shit!
PC weekend Chicago. You can drive over. Are you from Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How you like it out there?
Good. It's cool.
Would PC
It's
weekend
not
Detroit be lit?
as bad.
Would PC weekend Detroit be lit?
Depends on where you go in Detroit specifically. But it could be. I think
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, we was about to do PC weekend Indy, so I mean, I guess we could do PC weekend Detroit. I mean,
Man, everything will get tied up in Detroit, man. Y'all know how it go down there, man.
Man, niggas gonna be getting robbed and shit, man.
Tell you,
Go with
bro.
that shit, man.
It's
just no, bro. Listen, any environment, it just matters where you go, bro. Don't be stupid and go to the hood. Like,
no, I got people. I got one of the biggest dogs out there in the D now. Let's not get it twisted. But I already know how it go down out there.
Emperor Beast Kato said Mars got to go to the south for that good food.
There's good food up here too.
Or just don't go to fast food restaurants.
Ron,
what's good?
I can't even say it, man. Shout out to Player's Choice, man.
Facts. King Shotta 442 became a new member. Sauce Man became a new member. G Life, appreciate you for becoming a new member. Myrique Yazar, that's a new member. The Massive Artist, appreciate you for becoming a member. Tito Yet, thanks for joining the team. Trap Montana is a new member as well. Appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. If you're not a member, become a member. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. King G Dragon said, my young brothers Dub and Mars on them Luka and Zion diets. Need to hop on the Jokic diet. But glad y'all had fun. Keep doing y'all things. Much love. Hey, y'all was flaming Mars, and y'all had a pocket for that.
Yeah, chat, that wasn't cool.
Hey,
I just want to say, big shout out to PC, man. I mean, having an event where you get a chance to meet people in person was probably lit, and the consistency. I mean, to create content around a sport where the sport isn't currently ongoing, a lot of people just take breaks and they pause and they just come back when basketball is there, but you do just keep going every single day. So big shout out to y'all. It takes time. So
facts.
I feel the grind.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jamal said Charlo better run far away from Bud.
I would like to see that, but I don't think he should play around with Bud though. I would like to see it though.
Nah, the Charlos need to be worried about Caleb Plant.
Yo, we was talking about that last night on the graveyard shift. Like, even if me and my brother's getting into it and he do something to you and you hit my brother, we beating your ass.
Bro, that's the victory slap right there, man. Listen, bro. Bro, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, he slapped him for sure. It looked to me
Man,
like
He stocked him. He stocked him.
Man, he slapped
Yeah,
the earth, wind, and he slapped the earth, wind, and fire out that boy, man.
Yeah,
You
I
talking about
thought
did
he
he slap him
stocked
for
him.
it?
I think
Man,
that
Bob
was
heard
close.
that
I
was
think that was
BS.
close fist. I think that was close fist. It looked like he punched him.
Bro, that shit hurt. He ate that shit like he was froze. He slapped him so hard he froze, dude.
He was
Yeah, he
he was
couldn't
for
believe
sure
that.
stunned. He was for sure stunned for a second. But they should have beat his ass though.
For real.
Man, they should have been on. I thought he wasn't gonna get out there alive.
So what I would have looked like, you know what I'm saying? What it looked like, because I seen the other video when the brothers, the Charlo, the brothers, their wives, their girls was outside fighting. And one of the wives had the other one on the ground. She was packing her out. And then I guess that's what caused them to get into it. And then Caleb was trying to break it
Bro,
out.
they gotta
And whichever brother he hit, I guess like mushed him or something. And then he hit him. What I'm saying is if me and my brother get into it, and somebody who I guess is like close, is cool with us, but not obviously not family, if he get involved and then get touched and then hit my brother, we gonna beat your ass. Like that's just how it's gotta be.
bro, they got a dysfunctional family over there, bro.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Moving
All right,
along.
people.
Lucas.
I gotta bounce. I
All right, bro.
appreciate you guys.
All right.
I catch y'all Wednesday, right?
Yep. Wednesday, cool.
Ron? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Peace.
All
All right, bro.
Hey,
Lucas D'Angelo
dog,
said
before
it
you
was
leave, man, before you leave, make sure you get them eyes checked before you leave. Oh, my bad.
Yo,
That boy need eye correction surgery.
Wisdom Warrior said Jerry Rice had elite endurance. He ran routes with the same intensity in the fourth quarter as he did in the first quarter. DB slowed down. He got stronger. Sai says Serena Williams, Phelps, Tiger, Floyd, Bolt, undisputed GOATs, play solo sports, not even Messi because Ronaldo still gets talks. Team is a big factor. Levin Ali said Randy Moss was better, completely changed the game.
That's a lie.
Not better than Jerry. Probably maybe better than T.O., but not Jerry though.
I wouldn't even say T.O. T.O. was an animal, bro.
Yeah, T.O. was crazy.
Facts.
MKG became a new member. T-Mac became a new member. King G Dragon. Shout out to King G Dragon. Appreciate you, bro. He became a new member. Rodney Parr became a new member as well. Drink More Water said, Dub, is Rodgers and Mahomes better than Brady since they are way more talented? MP13 said, can we acknowledge with how he performs in the playoffs, Kawhi is probably ranked 5th in the NBA. Outside of Steph, Giannis, Luka, and Jokic, he clears.
And Luka ain't got no ring. Everybody else on that list got a ring. Keep a look out of this.
Nicholas Arroyo said, gifted not trying to have a discussion, laughing my ass off. Bro won't let him talk because he getting cooked.
I'm gonna say like his rookie debut was fire, but that sophomore slump is real.
Y'all the ones believing that boy.
J Beast Yeet said, my friend has D-Book and Murray over JT. Can y'all tell this man he's wrong for me, please?
You're wrong, please.
Nobody has Murray or D-Book over JT?
Murray or D-Book, not Murray.
Yeah, Murray. Hold on, I got Murray. I got Murray over. Yeah, I don't know what you got, Bob.
You said, wait, you got, I don't got Murray over JT. I don't got Murray in the same conversation as JT and Devin Booker. Devin Booker, I can talk about it with you, but I still think I got JT. That's no knock to Jamal. Jamal Cole, he might be getting that conversation after this year, maybe, but not yet. I don't think Jamal there yet.
I got Book. Uncle Ruckus said, I understand this is a two-way street, Gifted, but why isn't this happening? I understand this is a two-way street, Gifted, but why isn't this happening with Giannis, Steph, Jokic, Dame, and Butler? Seems to be only a Kawhi and PG thing. Lucas D'Angelo says, shout out to Ticket. And yes, Moss was better than Jerry. Jerry just had the better quarterbacks. And tell Chill, put Kobe in his top 5 to 7, man.
These boys real disrespectful to Jerry Rice. It's crazy.
Facts. Marcus Furby became a member. Appreciate you. Jay Alexander, 340, became a member. Appreciate you. Got a couple more super chats I'm gonna run through, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Winner said, did you guys see how you say his name?
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
He a good ass fighter, but him and Fulton.
Any
thoughts on it?
Annoyed.
Yeah, he just beat the hell out of. I mean, he just demolished the dude. So I mean, pretty much nothing to say about it. Beat him up, knock his ass out. Period. Stop him. He a beast. He ain't better than Terrence Crawford though.
Yeah, he cold right now. They saying it's out of them for best pound for pound fighters.
He's knocking out midgets, man. You gotta come knock out bigger men, bro. That's like everybody talking about Terrence Crawford knocking out Earl Spence. Man, y'all know how them dudes are compared to dudes like me and Bob. Them dudes who look like Dub compared to me and Bob.
KZ Row or K0 said, would you guys ever cover hockey? Hey, PC hockey coming. PC hockey coming. We might not cover it, but PC hockey coming. PC hockey.
What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna start beating the hell out of dudes with the
boxing. Hey, all of that coming.
Hockey kind of dope though.
Hey, PC baddies coming. Y'all wait for that one.
Whoa! Let me host that one, Ron.
Nah, I can't let you get that. We can co-host though.
I know who we got to put on that show. I seen that is confirmed. I seen that.
Brian Ticket said that's confirmed. That's heat. Brian Holiday said, Mars, who your top 5 attackers ever in footy? We'll ask that to him tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Ron, you feeling okay?
Who, like right now?
Yeah.
It's been a long weekend.
I'm saying you reading all the super chats. I'm just making sure you all right. Like, what's up with you?
Oh yeah. I'm revitalized after PC weekend.
Okay.
Rejuvenated, you know. Nicholas Arroyo said, Ticket, pull up the recording of Gifted's fake injury.
You talking about with the eyes?
Oh, yeah. And last but not least, Lucas D'Angelo. After a couple super chats, he decided to become a member. You should do the same thing if you're not a member. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You know where to find us tomorrow at the same exact time, same exact place.
Don't go off. Ron, we shut up. Don't go off. I got one thing to ask you. Don't go off.
Yeah, bet. For sure. You want to ask Dubai really be Mr. Labs?
Yeah.
Because I
ask you one
I tell you live on the show.
I gotta ask y'all something.
All right, bet. Hey, we're gonna see y'all later. Y'all know where to find us.